Hello, everyone.
Wait, what? Hi, people.
Hello.
Welcome to Under the Tea. 110% what ready every single week that we do it.
To be fair, chat, they didn't say ready to me, so I blame them.
We'll blame the little dancing creature. I was too distracted. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
I'm alive.
You're alive? My goodness, it's hot. I need to turn on the fan. It's gonna be loud on my end.
Well, of course it's hot.
cold
I'm
over
here.
Oh my goodness. Chat. It's been a crazy little week. There have been a lot of crazy things going on. Things that we have and haven't decided to cover just because they're boring. But we've got a couple big topics that might lead into bigger topics, I guess you could say. But first off, how is both of your guys' week so far?
Full of work. I wish to sleep.
Full of work, yeah.
Call of the Void.
Call of the Void. Mizu, you were on somebody else's podcast yesterday. You were cheating on your friends here. You want to talk about where you were?
What? No, first off, just so we're clear, apparently I'm the last person to go on their podcast. So you two cheated on me first. And I'm just getting back at you because I get one freebie.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cover this in
cheated on us
counseling later.
twice. Akko cheated on us twice, remember? Left us alone on a Friday.
Oh, that's right. I did.
We'll cover this in couples counseling later.
This is fair. This is very fair. But how was it? Did you enjoy it?
It was good. I got to be racist.
You had the
All three of you were.
you had the okay from your
The resident
co-hosts.
black man.
Yes.
And that was fun. You talked about a lot of fun stuff.
I did.
You educated a lot.
I did. Apparently, I was more up to date on some goings on than they were, which
Yeah.
was surprising.
Really? I do feel
Yeah,
like
John Cena being naked.
they didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Well, they knew he was. They didn't know why he
Oh,
was.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Which is boring virtue signaling. Nobody likes it.
Well, you know what's interesting? I saw a couple people being like, "Oh, it doesn't matter that much. It's just people in Hollywood being stupid." And I'm like, it kind of does matter. Kind of weird, but okay.
The only reason he got away with it is because nobody watches the Oscars.
This is fair.
Yeah.
What's funny is I read that the news is trying to spin it as, oh, the Oscars is up from last year, but they don't want to tell you that it's actually been down the past 4 years. So technically, that's not the win they were hoping for.
Just so we're all clear, the only reason anybody watched it was because he was naked, and I guarantee most of that viewership is like 50-year-old women or something.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the women are watching that. I think the 50-year-old women are playing bubble
I
popper
don't know.
games on
You'd
their
be
phones.
surprised. It's like I think it's a well-known fact that there's a sizable portion of Markiplier's audience that's like 40 to 50-year-old women.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, he's a young half Asian dude, so of course the older women are gonna watch him.
Like, why do you think there's always so many women at like wrestling events along with the guys?
This is
They're just
true.
there to watch beefy, oiled up, half-naked men tackle each other to the ground.
This is very true. Very, very true. What happened at the Oscars? Nothing but John Cena being naked.
When you think about it, wrestling's probably one of the most homosexual sports we have. No.
I've heard that argument told to me multiple times.
I mean,
Hockey's the real man's sport. For some reason, the Canadians are the best at it. I don't understand what the fuck is going on there.
I mean, it's like with wrestling, it is basically soap operas for men. Tell me that I'm wrong.
What happened at the Oscars? Here, I'll go ahead and throw this out because it's quick and I can get through it fast. John Cena showed up naked on stage with like a little piece of paper covering his wing wang. But the whole reason he did it, which is something that I guess didn't get like brought up during the Oscars, I don't know, I didn't watch his speech or whatever, was he was there to announce the winner of Best Costume. And 2 days before the Oscars, the Costume Guild of Hollywood or whatever announced that they were going to start boycotting and striking until they got better conditions or whatever.
That's quite the reason to show up naked.
And he showed up naked because the motto of their boycott is "You would be naked without us."
You cut out. I think
I
you're being
got it.
censored.
Yeah, the boycott of the motto was just "You would be naked without us."
That's funny.
They're really up their own butts though, because they also said that 90% of movies is just the costumes that they make. And I'm like, you are really up your ass
That is
thinking you
really
make
funny.
90% of a movie. Jenny's theory is they're mad about more and more CGI costumes being made.
Because it's cheaper, maybe. Maybe.
Well, because there's a lot of cape shit lately,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times when they're making like cape shit movies, they want to have all the fancy stuff going on in the costume,
Mhm.
and it's very difficult to do that with without making the costume super heavy or just like have like a huge setup time to
Mhm.
them. The costumes are just clothes. Exactly. They're just really up their own butt, chat.
No, I do think, as time has evolved, you really just need to have the actors put on a little suit, like the suits that people when they do 3D models. It's pretty similar. You just got to put on the suit, and then the program can detect where the what they're wearing, and then just slap on the suit on top of it. It's actually kind of cool, and I
Yeah.
can understand why they would be maybe a little bit upset, but
A bit miffed.
But join the line, guys. You're not the only ones that are getting beat out by robots here, all right? I saw a video.
Also, maybe if you came up with more like practical effects, people would give a shit.
This is very true. Not make them super duper expensive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw a video the other day that actually kind of like caught me off guard. It was a robot janitor that went in and actually could clean the bathroom on its own. And I think the thing that made me the most terrified is the fact that there was a camera in the bathroom that was doing that watched it while it was cleaning. Because it wasn't like you weren't watching the robot's view. You were watching like in Danganronpa style. You were watching the robot walk in the bathroom and clean it. And I'm just like, what the hell is the camera doing in here?
That's your first thought. Is like, why is there a camera in the
Why is there a
bathroom?
camera in here? But
Monokuma likes to watch.
this is very true. Monokuma does like to watch, indeed. But no, it's like join the line, costume people. You're gonna get in there with the writers, with the artists, and now yourself. You're gonna get beat out by AI because AI and computers are just a lot better at creating costumes, and it's probably cheaper.
Mhm.
Probably
Seen cheap
cheaper.
cosplayers with better outfits than Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at any live action anime made by Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even the
Yeah.
I don't know if what was it called? Fucking Titans, the
Mhm.
Teen Titans live action movie, not movie show. The
Didn't they scrap
Starfire
that?
cosplayers do so much better. I don't know if they scrapped it, but I know it had like a season, maybe two. I
Uh-huh.
don't know.
Chat, what happened to the live action Teen Titans? Inform us. I refuse to learn anything about this
Wait.
man-made horror
I
beyond
think it
my
was
comprehension.
canceled. I think it was just canceled.
I know the Powerpuff Girls reboot was after the script got leaked.
Oh my gosh, that script was so bad.
Chat, don't you want to see your the 3-year-old girls from your childhood that fought Godzilla? Don't you want to see them talk about their drug addiction and how many guys they've had sex with?
Were they actually
Wait, hold on.
free in
This
the
show had
show?
4 seasons.
There was no way it had. No, they said it had 6 seasons. There's no way it had 6 seasons.
What?
There's
It
no way it
says
had more
4
than 1 season.
It says it had 4 seasons.
Black Starfire killed it? Well, that's sad.
I refuse to believe it had more than 1 season. I refuse to believe they finished producing it at all.
That's
I've never heard
crazy.
anything about this show. I just thought it died.
Chat, post that in the Discord. I want to see this.
The final season was in 2023.
What? Are you serious? So
Yeah.
you're telling me
There's no way.
Yes, way.
out of everything that's been shitty that I've seen covered on YouTube, because if there is a shitty thing, It is covered on YouTube. How have I not seen the quartering or yellow flash cover this?
Probably because everyone just forgot about it. There you go.
Maybe. Let me see this. Let me see this here, chat. Oh my gosh. What the hell?
It was only on HBO Max.
I learned a new thing today.
I'm so confused.
I learned
Why
a new
does
thing
Raven
today.
look like she has a lipstick smudge on her forehead?
Most of it was teens and women.
I'll never get over the fact they made Raven look like a streetwalker.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Not
just,
Raven, sorry, Starfire.
like, I know it was probably bad, but it must have not been that bad, because if nobody covered it, I don't know.
Wait.
There was worse things to cover than Titans.
This is fair.
How come in the picture for the show there's 6 people? Who's the 6th one?
Here, let me pull up a picture. Chat, you can speculate with us.
Who is the 6th Titan in the show, chat?
Where's Cyborg?
Let me
Cyborg is like the black guy, but he's not. He's like a. I don't know. Did they ever give him like full robot?
That's not Cyborg. What's that?
Okay, so you're gonna have to educate me because I never watched Teen Titans.
And why is Robin Nightwing? He wasn't Nightwing until after he left the Titans.
Wait, you're right.
No
Robin
way.
is
The
supposed to be
6th guy is
Robin.
Superboy.
Jason? Who the fuck is Jason? We're not playing heavy. We're not playing Heavy Rain right now.
No, Jason is Jason Todd. He's
Jason
the
Todd is another Robin.
he's the Robin that wears the red helmet that goes around shooting people
I forgot to fix the models in the second screen.
because he got beat half to death by Joker with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How do you have Superboy in the Teen Titans? He just clears like everything. It's fucking Superboy, dude. It's Superman, but smaller.
What the
Oh wait,
hell?
they had all of the Robins in here. They had Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Dick Grayson.
Do they have Damian Wayne?
Let's see. Do they
There's no
have...
way they brought in Damian Wayne.
I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in Damian Wayne.
Ignore me, chat. I forgot about this.
They had Blackfire on there for 9 episodes.
They had Donna Troy in there for 20 episodes. She's one of the Wonder Women. The Amazons, whatever.
It must have not been that.
Wait, hold on. Slade?
Well, Slade was gonna be in there. Slade's like the main villain of the Teen
I
Titans.
know! But
He's only in there
Slade
for
was
10 episodes?
Slade was also, like, majority of the time, a figment of Robin's imagination. We found that out on, like, what, the last couple episodes of the Teen Titans?
No, that was for like a specific arc. And then he literally does come back to life when Trigon invades.
This is weird.
Also, they also gave him, like, the fucking dorkiest last name.
Chat, Slade Wilson got 10 episodes in this fucking thing. Donna Troy, one of the Amazonians, got 20 episodes. Why is she even in this show?
I don't know.
Jason Todd got 26! How do you have Slade in a Teen Titans for 10 episodes?
Wow. It must have not been that big of a shit show.
Did they at least have, the guy that's the head of the Hive? What the fuck is his name? God, I can never remember. They even have the Hive, actually?
I don't
They
think
probably
so.
didn't, because I don't see any of the names of any of the Hive members in here.
This is crazy. I love how this is. This is the first thing we talk about. It's funny.
I'm mad now.
Oh, no. Jinx is in there for 5 episodes.
Okay, so there's some Hive members.
I'm gonna turn on my fan.
Brother Blood, thank you. I always forget his name for some reason. Did Titans really start with the Flying Graysons dying? Did we really have to go that far back?
Funny thing is, I know nothing about this because I never did anything DC.
Dick Grayson, one of the Robins, was a part of a carnival troupe called the Flying Graysons that were like acrobats.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce Wayne is actually at the show where his parents are murdered by like some criminal drug lord something. I forget the exact story. And that's when he pulls some strings specifically to adopt Dick Grayson so he can bring his parents' killers to justice, because he blames him not knowing who killed his parents on what turned him into like the jaded asshole he is as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they have Cyborg in 2 episodes.
Wait, what? 2 episodes? No, there's no. That's a lie. You do not have Cyborg in 2 episodes.
2 episodes. They have Trigon in there for 2 episodes.
Wow. I feel like we could go on this for
many
hours.
Of these episodes have over an 8.5 out of 10.
They must have been good. I don't know. It's funny. Wow.
Jinx does not look like Jinx. Why does she look like a crackhead?
I have to see what Jinx looks like.
He was in Doom Patrol. Can I share a quote from Doom Patrol without context? Yes. I think let's look at this for another minute. This is really funny. I was not expecting this DC tangent here.
Why is she dressed like that?
Why does Blackfire also look like she is of the streets?
To be fair, Blackfire intentionally did try and make herself look like she was up the streets.
Which one's
Blackfire
Blackfire
was
again?
hot, so shut up.
Which one's Blackfire again?
It's Starfire's sister.
Okay, but which one is that in the poster?
None of them.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
chat, you have to understand, this is specifically piggybacking off the cartoon Teen Titans. People can pretend it's not, but it 100% is piggybacking off the cartoon Teen Titans that ran on Cartoon Network. Because that is genuinely the most popular version of the Titans ever created. And everyone knows it. Don't lie to yourselves. We're all aware.
I mean, I would not disagree, because it's literally. I remember taking my brother to see the Teen Titans movie because he really wanted to see it. That's really my
Trouble in
only.
Tokyo?
No, the Hollywood one where they make a movie.
Oh, fair.
And the only reason why I went to see it is my brother really wanted to see it, and that's the only exposure I have to Teen Titans Go.
Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad isekai.
Oh, that's
coming.
right. Oh, speaking of the Suicide Squad isekai, my Oshi Mori is doing the outro OP, and I am so excited.
It's gonna be great.
And you know what's funny about that? It's the
first time Harley Quinn has looked like a hot woman in the last 10 years.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but it is absolutely hilarious that that Mori is making this, because people are molding so fucking hard. So many people are molding over the fact that Mori gets to make it. They're like, oh, I was gonna watch the show, but now because she's gonna sing, fuck that. And it's just like, bro, you are such a whiny piss baby.
I'm glad for Maury. She got famous. She deserves it.
I agree, she does deserve it. From all of the stuff she's done, man, I wish I had 1/10 of her drive. Because, like, I would be a lot bigger if I had 1/10 of her drive.
Here's the thing, chat. If you ever see an anime being made of a Western property, it is always okay to have faith in it.
Yes.
Because the Japanese have proven time and time again that they genuinely do not give a shit about Western influence.
People still have problems with Mori. People will have problems with Mori because she is something that they do not like, and that is a white girl that knows how to rap and knows how to make good shit.
Hold up, there's Batman Ninja slander in the chat. Do not slander Batman Ninja. That movie is fucking amazing. Joker turns into a fucking Gundam from feudal Japan. It is the best shit I've ever watched.
It does sound pretty good.
I will not deal with slander of that show in this chat.
Didn't she do something for Metal Gear? She did, and I heard that it wasn't the best, but by the same token, like, congrats to her. If If the higher ups in Metal Gear like it, good for her. I understand that not everybody likes her, but I think and here's the thing, I don't like all of her music, but what I will say is I like the fire and drive that she carries. Because again, I think if more people carried it, it would be amazing.
Minor spoilers in our chat, but that's the hardest scene from Batman Ninja. You two have to like understand this.
Mm.
There's so much going on.
Wait, what's going on?
It's in shooting the shit.
Okay.
It is important you guys understand my position on this.
Oh,
Okay, I will be honest with you.
Gosh.
I will be honest with you. I have not seen Batman Ninja before.
I'm gonna have to drag you both through it because it is the best.
Why is there a gorilla there that is a samurai?
Okay. We should just watch like Batman spin-off show, not spin-off, but like alternate timeline shows. Because I've been meaning to watch Gods and Monsters, and I want to watch it with you guys if we're gonna watch Batman Ninja.
Look at this chat. Look at this.
Oh yeah, chat should definitely see it. Anyone that hasn't seen Batman Ninja needs to go watch it.
So
It is genuinely the best show.
Did
movie.
he turn into a Gundam, or did he just make a Gundam?
Joker made a Gundam out of like feudal Japanese buildings.
I definitely see where the parts are coming from.
Batman made himself a giant Gundam by having like a giant collection of bats.
Oh, this is Japan for you, and I love it.
It is. Somebody handed Batman to Japan and said, "We want the most Japanese Batman you can think of," and they did it, and it's beautiful.
It's definitely Japanese Batman.
Anyone who slanders this movie sucks. This is a fantastic fucking movie.
We will time you out in chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Mizu.
Yeah.
I got a work in progress surprise for you in shooting the shit right now.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. That's me to the chat right now.
I won't show it unless you want me to.
Oh, here you go, Akko.
Oh, wait, where's this coming from?
My ass.
Okay.
We talked about this the other day, Akko.
I forgot. Listen,
I also
with the amount of random shit that I do, I forget about stuff sometimes. Listen, chat. Do you want to know what's going on in my head 24/7? Let me show you what goes on in my head.
I think I know what you're gonna.
This is what goes on in my head 24/7. All right. This is just like, I am not a smart individual. This is me. This is me 24/7.
Oh,
all
so
right.
Psychotic. There is a Batman Ninja figure. It is like 2 feet tall, and it's sold by Good Smile. They had it on display at Anime Expo in like 2016, and it was huge, and it's one of the most beautiful figures I've ever seen. But it was also like $500, so that's not happening.
Excuse me. Cute, yes. The dancing octopus is cute. Welcome, chat.
The dancing retarded octopus.
Yes. We also have the dancing Lumi, but she dances slower because she's not as retarded as me.
I'm not as retarded. I'm just trying to keep up.
All right. I think that's a bit enough of like a moment for. I think people have filtered in. You know, sometimes it takes people moments to filter in and all that kind of stuff. I think we can get started now.
People need to hear our opinions, anyways. It's very important.
It's very true. But I think now it's time to get into the first big story of the night. Now, Chad, I did put out a poll, and I am interested in votes. I asked you guys, is TikTok being banned good or bad? So we're gonna switch gears now, and we're gonna talk about how TikTok is getting banned. All right, TikTok is getting banned. Here, let me change something really quick here.
Oh, so I can clarify this, right? By the way, because this was going around on Twitter as well. some people are trying to conflate TikTok getting banned with a completely separate law that like one lawmaker has been trying to pass for the last year called like Kozu or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys might have seen it a couple times. It'd be like, this is what's going to be passed by the government soon. And this links to something called like Kozu. Kozu is legitimately horrific if you actually read what it does. But it has been sitting on like the first stage of being made a law for like over a year now. And nobody has any intention of pushing it any further because everyone hates it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, don't fall for that when people bring that up. The TikTok ban is something completely separate. I don't like the TikTok ban, but it is entirely separate.
It's like people try to say that's the same thing as that, and try to say it's the exact same thing as the Patriot Act that they were trying to push through as well.
And
it's not.
It's
not the same thing.
Yeah, and I want to say I've looked over it a little bit. I've also watched multiple people talk about it, and you may like or dislike the person I'm about to mention, but he's the only one that opened it up and went through it. Crowder went through it because again, I listened to a couple different people. The Quartering talked about it. I know a lot of people on the left talked about it. I know a lot of VTubers talked about it, including the CEO of TikTok talked about it. And Crowder's the only one, as far as I've seen, that has actually opened it up and gone through the bill. And the thing that's like, the thing that I have kind of come to the conclusion of is, maybe it's bad, but I really don't feel like I know. And the reason why is there is a provision in the bill that mentions that it has to come from countries we don't like. And those countries include China, Russia, Iran, and one other one that, like, I can't remember. But if they come from those countries, basically, then the government has the authority to ban them if they feel like they want to. But other than that, that is the big provision in there that I feel like people are glossing over.
So here's the problem. As somebody that's been like really into internet security and stuff for a while, it would depend on how they define country we don't like. Because what happens if we don't like Sweden? For those of you who don't know, 99% of like anonymity related stuff to the internet comes out of Sweden. Almost every VPN is based out of Sweden because Sweden has the most stringent internet protection laws in the entire world. There are literally American companies that send all their data over to Sweden to protect it because Sweden will never require a business to hand over their data to the government.
Yeah.
So what happens if we just decide we don't like Sweden and we're going to start banning people going to Sweden? That would be an intentional attack on privacy and anonymity.
I agree. But for the most part, I looked over it again and I tried to listen to as many things as possible. From my understanding, this really only applies to 4 countries. Now, I do know...
China, Russia, North Korea.
North Korea was the other one. China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. I don't know why Iran is included. I believe, if I remember correctly, Iran was also mentioned in there.
I thought we, like, partially owned Iran.
Maybe.
Akko. My mutual Zova posted this 3 hours ago, and they also mentioned, like, it's saying that it's interesting that everyone in the media is leaving out this part. They screenshotted part of the bill that shows specifically social media company that's controlled by a foreign adversary determined by the president as a significant threat to national security. So that screenshotted if you want to show it.
Yeah, I can
see, though, I definitely think that leaves it like way too broad because we've seen the president in the past do tons of stupid stuff. It's super easy for the president to just do something dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, as someone who does not like TikTok that much, should it be banned? I want to ask you guys, do you think that TikTok should be allowed in America?
Me, I'm looking at this from a different perspective than most people would look at it.
Okay, what's your perspective?
Because TikTok, a lot of the time, is used as a, like, you know how parents will have accounts for their children and just like posting shit of their young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do it with bad intentions, specifically with this girl named Ren. Her mom posts, like, you know, seemingly innocuous videos of her daughter, but a lot of them can, if you look at, say if you're a fucking creep, you can look at it in a certain way, and these videos have hundreds of thousands of saves. The most infamous one that she posted on that account and has it pinned is the frozen honey video, and that has almost, what, 800,000 saves on it, and that girl looks fucking terrified. People are using their kids to make disturbing fucking content and getting paid off of TikTok for it.
Right.
So, yeah. That's what, it's like, she's in the US. People have been trying to report her for a couple years at this point.
Right.
And they haven't banned her account at all because she's verified and has a large following there.
So you're coming...
It's a very difficult discussion to have about like when it crosses the line.
Yeah, you're coming from the perspective of a concerned adult or parent that you're seeing how other people, or maybe parents in general, could use this content to spread around things that they really shouldn't, and you don't think that should exist on this platform because they just don't remove it.
Granted, accounts with, like, focused around children shouldn't exist at all.
I agree.
It's like...
That's a different program, probably altogether.
Yeah, but it's like, if you have to be over 18 to... Not over 18, over 13 to use TikTok, why are their accounts just solely focused around toddlers?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But
Yeah,
that's
it's
another
weird.
discussion, but yeah.
I think that comes down to parents, but that also comes down to a point of like, when do you tell a parent you're not allowed to do that with your kid?
Yeah,
It's like there's a difference between your personal Facebook account with like sharing with friends and family, and then you know, airing your child out to the world, saying, "Hey, look at, here you go. Now give me money."
Yeah.
See, I on like principle disagree with sharing kids online because they don't like understand the ramifications that's going to have against them as an adult.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have the like issue of like, when do I feel like I'm allowed to tell a parent you can't do that?
I'll tell them straight up. I don't fucking care.
I have
You
to
also
like
know that I'm looking at it from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to like put it in the context of my other beliefs, because whatever they do to them, I have to say I'm okay with the government doing this to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how specific can you actually make a law targeting that?
I have a feeling within a couple years we're going to see something called Ren's Law, and it's going to be disgusting.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing that's really unfortunate is lawmakers like to do things in the name of children and in the name of children's safety. And you really don't need to do that if parents actually parented. There are multiple times I feel like if a parent actually did their job, because like, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't get my first like internet faring device that I owned until I was 16. And that was because, well, that was partially just because they were newer, but I was also partially because the internet is a bad place to exist for kids, and it is very easy for kids to be exposed to things that they definitely shouldn't be exposed to. And so while I feel like there should be probably some securities and safeties, I think that the majority, maybe like over 90% of the control for a child should not be on the website that is just trying to serve other people. It's like, you don't go into a business, you don't walk into a restaurant, and then the people at the restaurant, their goal is to make sure that your child doesn't die. It's your goal to make sure your child works. Like, if your child is being a little shit disturber, they kick you out of the restaurant. You don't get the right to be in the restaurant. It should be the exact same way for websites. If you aren't willing to parent your kid, well, then you should probably be in trouble. So I think the problem is this is not And I do think that they're probably going to spin like this is for the kids thing. I feel like when it comes to TikTok, there's more problems than just kids involved. But the problem with children seeing things they're not supposed to could be very easily solved if parents decided that they wouldn't let the screen raise their child and instead raise their child themselves, because
yeah, that I can agree on.
It's bad.
Yeah, I agree. But also seeing the amount of groomers and sex pests and other shit on TikTok too that is extremely prevalent for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there was one that I know Turkey Tom covered. I think there was like 5 of them that Turkey Tom covered.
Turkey Tom's covered quite a lot of disgusting individuals that would fit into that category. I agree. Something I thought about when it comes to this kind of stuff is, should the parent, like, if a child is exposed to this stuff online and you can actually, there is a victim and you can actually arrest the person that did it, should the parent face some sort of legal repercussion for based off of how much they're involved with their child? Because I feel like there's a lot of negligence that comes with this kind of stuff. Like, the parent, yes, there are situations where the parent probably just doesn't know, but there's a lot of situations where the parent just doesn't care. And I feel like there needs to be I feel like if you could prove that the parent wasn't
criminalize the first part. Like, we already have laws against negligence,
of course,
so that doesn't need to be changed. If they'd have to do something criminal though, then because they allowed their child to enter a criminal situation, that would be negligence.
I feel like anything involving the internet could be potentially criminal, which is why children shouldn't be on the internet. That's my stance should be, if a child is going to be on the internet and the parent isn't supervising, you are basically letting the kid walk out there with something as dangerous as maybe even a firearm. I don't know. The child could get out there and do something crazy, and you're responsible for it. You're responsible for your child. Watch them or face the consequences.
I mean, it's definitely it's like a hard thing to piece together exactly.
But it would stop people, I feel like. If you had prosecuted 1 or 2 parents that were openly negligent or didn't care, people would care real quick. Real quick. I feel like that would be a lot better than just saying everybody is required to have an ID and show yourself on the internet. I feel like it would be way better, and I think a lot more people would be fine with that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like holding the parents accountable would be nice, but it would be an extremely slippery slope at that. Because, like, okay, when I was I wasn't unsupervised, but when I was younger and I had unlimited access of the internet, as one does.
I looked up a lot of porn.
It's like I was groomed when I was a teen.
Mm-hmm.
I had an overbearing mother, but she had no idea how the internet worked. So it's like that is an ignorance part, because my mom is just special at that. But nowadays, you can't really feign ignorance, but people can be very, very sneaky about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen the show Undercover Underage before.
Mm-hmm.
But these women, set up sting operations, pretending to be, 15-year-olds, 12-year-olds. Sometimes they pretend to be 8-year-olds to lure out these men. And, get them arrested. One of them was a teacher. Another one was a truck driver that traveled across the country and would try to victimize girls on whatever state that he stopped at.
Uh-huh.
So it's sometimes tricky for even professionals to try to track these dudes down because they're so convincing. Or they're good at hiding their shit. So it's sometimes you can hold the parents accountable, sometimes you can't because they just don't know. Because they'll lie about their age, saying that they're also a kid. Or saying, hey, oh yeah, I'm with my parents too, you can, all that. So it's like it would be a case by case basis.
Well, yeah, and I agree. It should be a case by case basis. I think that unfortunately laws are very broad and people are very special. But I do think that depending on how the parent has acted, especially in today's day and age where everybody knows that the internet comes with a very toxic presence, there should be some level of, you understand that if you let your child online and something happens, you might have to pay for your child's suffering because you didn't pay attention.
Don't give your kids an iPad, give them a Elite Pad.
Elite Pad,
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
My baby brother unironically has a Leap Pad, but apparently like there's new Leap Pads now, which are like a middle gap between iPad and like the old Leapster shits that we had as kids, that are like actually proper internet access and everything. So even that makes it harder. Also, I think chat wants us to bring this up in relation to that, which is the Texas shutting down Pornhub thing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh yeah.
So, this is another funny one because again, I don't feel like this is gonna fix what they think it's gonna fix. But by the same token,
did you see what I said in chat?
I did see what you said. You know what? How about you take this one then?
Yeah. So, chat, for those of you who don't know, not just Texas, but multiple states have done this thing where they say porn sites need to do ID checking. So you can't just have anyone accessing the porn site. And a lot of people mistakenly think that this is a government encroachment on anonymity, which it is, but that's not the intention. The intention is because Pornhub and other porn websites have had a lot of problems in the past with accepting credit cards that were stolen by kids and allowing people to sign up and produce content that are underage. There was a pretty nasty lawsuit over specifically Pornhub, where they had like a 16-year-old girl, her boyfriend posted revenge porn of her on Pornhub, and they refused to take it down even after getting brought to court over it. And they just kept saying, well, you can't prove she's 16 in this video. It's like, she's 17 now. She still wouldn't be legal.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that this is the government intentionally being malicious. I see malicious purposes for it in the future, which is why I would not give the government this power.
Yes.
But this is being done because Pornhub has actively refused to police their website and allowed actual child porn to go unchecked.
And I don't even think it's under the guise of free speech, because I know for a fact that I don't know for a fact, but I know that that's not what they operate under, because I remember that when Pornhub removed a lot of videos because they didn't like them, because they liked, I think it was, they pretended to be like, oh, we'll get rid of bad videos, but they got rid of a lot of videos that didn't even really matter, from what people told me. And so they will feign, oh, you're not, and this is the same with TikTok as well. They'll be like, oh, my free speech is being infringed, when it benefits that their website stays online, when they are very maliciously not engaged in free speech, and they'll do whatever they can just to make money and not care. And I don't feel like that's surprising to people. But yeah, I really don't like Pornhub a lot. From some of the stuff I've seen, they do need to be knocked down a few pegs, and it's unfortunate that Texas has to make this law in order to get them to go that far.
Yeah, it's one of those. I just said it in like our public Discord chat. I heavily disagree with the government doing this at all, but people do need to understand that this did come from a place of these sites refusing to police themselves, and it's caused this problem. Yeah,
if websites police themselves better, like if TikTok perhaps didn't send their information back to China, even though they say they don't, maybe I would probably be more on their side. But it's one of those things where people champion things like this getting banned because the websites that are getting banned are so horrible that people will just not care that their rights are being taken away. That's the problem. They're choosing the correct target for the bad policies. And so if you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at TikTok or get mad at Pornhub because they're the reason.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people are saying that Texas is blocking Pornhub.
They're not.
Technically, yes. But what's happening is Pornhub is refusing to comply with this law, so they're preemptively blocking themselves.
Yeah. Texas's law is, if I remember correctly, just from looking over it, you have to have an ID when you use the website. Pornhub doesn't want to do that, so they're just blocking all access, period. So you can't go to it. And I posted in the, excuse me, posted in the general chat, someone sent me that, Pornhub is just blocking it outright. They're not going to comply. And so it's okay. That's fine. People will use VPNs, but, I don't know. I do think that if you want to champion free speech, you have to always champion free speech, which is also another problem with these websites, because I know for a fact that TikTok likes to remove accounts when it doesn't fit what they want. Like if you make fun of the CCP, or if you say things that they don't like, or if they say, I remember that they banned my account for a week because I said, I personally didn't say retarded, but I said I said in context, my mom called me retarded, and then I got banned for a week. And it's just like, okay, so you only care about free speech when it comes to you staying in the country that you want to be in. This doesn't help your case, bro.
Anyone remember when the White House hired TikTokers to push government propaganda? Oh, they
Yeah.
hire people on all websites.
They are. Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, have you ever heard of Harry Sisson?
No, I genuinely haven't.
Oh
man
man,
sounds gay.
I will show you him later.
Man sounds gay. I'm sorry.
He gets paid by the government to just push roses up your ass about
Wait.
everything.
Is he the guy that screams on the TV like, you guys need to know about this? We're going to take you back in 2024, and you guys can't stop. Is he that guy?
The white kid with short hair that looks like he's in his
Yes.
early 20s.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that kid
That
is
is
so
Harry
annoying.
Sisson.
That guy is such an annoying little prick.
He also revealed the court documents of an abuse victim and posted them on X under a burner account, and yeah, the woman is trying to sue him, but he's trying to say it's public knowledge. But she said that her court documents were sealed, so there is no way that he should have been able to get them. Oh yeah, there's that.
I hope all these people suffer in some way one day. I hope that, you
They
know
deserve
what?
it.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that. YouTube, I take that back. I hope they all make $1 million. I hope they wink, wink, Ricada, rink, wink. I hope they all make $1 million. Chat. Gonna lick the bottle and say they need $1 million.
I wish them the best in everything they do.
Exactly. So, but no, I think my opinion is, whenever something gets banned, I think you should be wary of it. I don't like TikTok by any means, and I think it's funny that it's getting banned. Because you have people like Aurora going out there saying, half of my money comes from TikTok, and I'm sitting here like, why? TikTok is a shit platform. Like,
Oh, chat, this is a thing, right? Don't be gaslit, by the way. Like, if you don't like the TikTok ban, you should not like it on principle. Don't be gaslit by creators that are like, oh, I make all my money from TikTok. Okay, I discussed this the other day. You don't make money from TikTok.
no.
You can ask like some of the biggest TikTok creators on the platform, and they will tell you they don't make money from TikTok.
Speaking
They
of-
make money from people paying them to advertise other stuff on TikTok.
Speaking of which, when this TikTok ban was first announced, TikTok went to some of their biggest creators and said, will you fight for us? And do you want to know what their biggest creators said? Fuck you. Because they don't get paid by TikTok. I think it was like millions of views only get you like $20 or $30. No, the reason why these people make money is because of sponsorships. Sponsorships make these people money. TikTok doesn't make people, like, it's the vehicle for which their followers come, but TikTok does not make the money. So I'll tell you what's going to happen. If this actually does get banned in the US, if this actually does go across Sleepy Joe's desk and he does sign it into law, what's going to happen is if they don't sell ByteDance, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I feel like if it does get signed, ByteDance will sell. Because that is the condition.
They won't.
You don't think so?
They already said that they are not gonna sell, and Sleepy Joe Biden said that he will sign it if it goes on his desk.
Fair enough. Okay, well, if it does end up getting banned and TikTok is gone forever, all right, before every other website is gone, these big creators are just gonna jump off and go somewhere else. And like Jake Paul, a few of them are gonna be fine. The rest of them are gonna disappear into irrelevancy.
I mean, speaking of Jake Paul, a real quick side tangent.
Oh boy. What'd he do?
He's gonna be fighting Mike Tyson.
That's right. He's fighting Mike Tyson. That's gonna be fun.
Did you hear about the rules?
I did not hear about the rules. No.
Okay, so the rules that are in a contract that they signed says that Jake Paul can wear headgear like an amateur to make sure he doesn't get knocked out in one punch. Mike Tyson has to weigh in at 160 pounds. Jake doesn't have to weigh in at all. He can use his brother Logan as a tag-in. And Mike Tyson will be getting drug tested, but Jake Paul doesn't have to get drug tested.
What the fuck? What racism is this? What, just because the black guy is a little bit bigger than the smaller white guy, the white guy doesn't have to get what the fuck?
Actually, Jake Paul or Logan Paul, or whichever one it is. I've seen the picture of them side by side. He's actually bigger than Mike Tyson right now.
Really?
Yep.
The thing is, Mike Tyson is just frankly better.
And Mike Tyson is, what, 58 years old right now?
Yeah.
But still better?
I will not, delude myself, though, and I will say there is a possibility Tyson loses just because of age.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure he's going to kick his ass. But there is a possibility he loses just because of his age.
Probably.
Not because Jake Paul's actually good. It's because he's boxing like a 60-year-old man.
I mean, it's either... I don't think he's gonna lose because of his age. If he loses, it's because of the bullshit rules that he has to follow, and Jake gets all protected and all that.
As asks, is no biting on the rules.
Bite off his ear, rip off the headgear.
Okay, listen, we're not Wilbur Soot here. So I don't think that... See, Jake Paul does a lot of weird things, but I don't think he's gonna bite I don't think he's gonna bite Mike Tyson like Wilbur Soot bit his girlfriend.
No, did you not know that Mike Tyson bit off a dude's ear?
Oh, that's right, did he? That's right, I forgot about that.
No, everybody knows that if Jake wins, it's rigged. Granted, it's already rigged because of that stupid-ass contract that they signed.
It's boxing. It's all... Chat, I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this. It's all rigged. Do you wanna know why? They both make money no matter what. It's just one guy might make more than the other. It's rigged. You're there to watch a show. You're there to watch two guys get beat up in the most gay-ass fashion ever, and you don't care, alright? You wanna know why you don't care? Because it's fun. Because it's entertaining. So don't complain about it being rigged, because you know it is, and you know it will always continue to be.
You know, I think Mike Tyson still has a bit of a grudge against the Pauls, because when he tried to challenge Logan to a fight, Logan called him old and senile. And Mike Tyson didn't like that. And plus, he doesn't like losing. So, yeah. I hope he kicks Jake's ass and then does Logan right afterwards.
Mike has too much pride. We'll see. I think it's rigged.
I hope Mike kicks the ever-living shit out of him.
Speaking of biting, though, can I talk about the Minecrafter stuff real quick? Because it's really funny.
You're gonna have to teach me, because I don't really understand what's happening.
There's a lot of crazy... Okay, so chat, I don't always listen to VTuber stuff, because a lot of it just, happens on Twitter, and there's not much to listen to. We are like the commentary VTubers of stuff. And so I have to listen to normie stuff while I'm at work. So there is currently allegations for 2 different Minecraft YouTubers, and I said this on Twitter. It was a joke. Some people didn't take it as a joke. But I joked that, man, am I glad not to be a Minecraft YouTuber, because most of them end up being pedophiles or groomers or sexual assaulters.
It's like the Smash players.
It's
They're either
just like
groomers or they're sex pests.
Yeah, and you know what? Medicare made a joke about speedrunners. If you're a speedrunner, you probably diddle somebody. So, but anyway, there are 2 Minecraft YouTubers now. They're in a lot of heat, and tangentially Dream is involved, because Dream is involved with every drama that has to do with Minecraft. The first one is Wilbur Soot. Chat, press 1 if you know who Wilbur Soot is. He is a somewhat of a, I wouldn't say he's a newer creator, but he's been around for a little bit of time. He used to do Reddit reaction stuff with a bunch of other people, and now I believe he started as an editor, and then he went to reaction stuff, and now he just does Minecraft streams, and I think he does a lot of other stuff. And he lives in the UK, I believe. So recently, a previous girlfriend of his came out and said, I'm not going to name who it is, but a previous lover of mine used to bite me, and used to be very harsh and mean with me. And he immediately came out and said, oh, it's me.
Didn't he say the biting was consensual? I think I heard about this.
That's what he stated, yes. So what she said is, when she got together with him, she learned that he's a biter. I can't, it still makes me laugh to think about, but apparently he's a biter. He likes to bite. I don't know, Chad, if you like biting. I don't judge you, but I think that's weird. But like, he's very harsh with it, and apparently he bites really rough. And she alleged that during the relationship, he would do it so hard that he left bruises. And she said all this stuff. And when it comes to allegations, it's just like, we need to see some stuff before it's real. And so people were waiting for Wilbur to come out and say his piece. When Wilbur said his piece, he's basically like, I'm going to come out in a little while and say what I want to say. However, her feelings are valid. He basically said her feelings are valid, and I feel sorry for her. Basically saying, I'm not gonna say what I did, but she's okay to feel this way. And it's just like, motherfucker, you either say you did it or say that she's fucking wrong and you're gonna sue her ass off. Because but by basically saying that, and chat brought this up and it's very accurate. Either he is very guilty and just admitting to it, or he's very stupid in saying that her feelings are valid. Because by saying that, you're basically saying she's correct. So,
see, for me, it doesn't mean as much, because I've seen like all of these controversies over the years, and that's always what people say.
But see, Mizu, here's the thing. You are not a Minecraft stan. I don't know how familiar you are with Minecraft stans. They became very, very, very unbearable during the Dream era. But Minecraft stans are all based around feeling. They're also all kids, by the way. This is why I don't like doing Minecraft, because it's all kids. If you get accused of something, all of these Minecraft stans on Twitter are going to wish death threats and hate among you to the degree that you want to Sudoku. It is absolutely crazy, the amount of like stannery that I have seen from these people. So him saying her feelings are valid is basically code to these people that he is an evil scumbag that nobody should love anymore.
Well, you know, I agree that like he's ruined himself, but for some reason that's always what all these people do.
100%. He has destroyed, tanked his career. Somebody I listened to said that like it was like another Chugga Conroy, which I don't think it's that bad, but he was basically like stabbed himself with a knife that she gave him, and it's just wild. He's been quiet now, and some people are speculating if he's going to prepare a lawsuit or some shit like that, but it's crazy stuff. But that was just one of them. There's another Minecrafter. I'll be quicker about this one because this one is a little more crazy. There's another Minecrafter who lives in America whose name is George Not Found. George is interesting because he lives with Dream and he streams with Dream, and they're like in this they're in this group basically. Now George got accused by another girl of sexually assaulting and grooming her, But here's the problem. She's 18. Sure was 18. Yeah. You can't groom somebody like that when they're 18. So, basically what happened is she was at a party when she was 18. She was drinking. She shouldn't have been drinking, but she was drinking. And she got drunk, but she was there cuddling with him. Now, she said that she didn't want to, like, be with him, but he kind of forced it. Other people are saying that she was cuddling with him and she was vibing with him, and she had multiple opportunities to leave, but she didn't. There were actually opportunities where she got up and sat back down, and it was like one time that he filled her up. He, like, felt her stomach or something, and she basically felt like she was raped by this man. It's don't do Minecraft. If Minecraft is your main thing, do not do it, because these people are very weird. All right. She went to she went to a 21 plus party and people assumed she was 21. Exactly. It's one of those things where they probably should George have been feeling up a groupie, basically. Absolutely not, because it leads to shit like this.
Stop fucking your fans.
Exactly. But
never leads to anything good.
It's like, don't do that. But by the same token, this woman is a lying piece of shit, and I think she's wrong. It's just, don't play Minecraft as your main thing.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm a bit iffy on, like, a lot of the different stories coming out. Including one I told y'all about the other day.
Which one?
The Mandela Catalog one.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about that real quickly? That one was interesting. Excuse me.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the Mandela Catalog is like an indie horror series, basically. And a big document came out on its creator called Alex Kerster the other day, basically alleging that he was trying to groom kids, and that he was, like, abusive to his girlfriend or something. I read through most of it, and at first I was, like, on their side. The thing I did find suspicious was, like, all of the Discord screenshots were super cropped. Like, it was 2-3 messages at a time, super cropped. But a lot of it, like, seemed pretty solid for the most part. So I'd actually tweeted it out from our official account, and I was like, hey, breaking news, Alex Kerster accused in this document of grooming, like, a 14-year-old and some other stuff. And here's, like, the document, here's, like, the people calling him out, here's, like, other people within the space calling him out. And one of the people involved in the document started replying to it, and they were mad at me. And, like, he didn't groom a 14-year-old, he groomed his wife. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. What?
That sounds like a bad document then. Oh my gosh.
I was like, well, that's not what, like, the document reads at as me. And he's like, well, I know what the document reads at because I'm the 16-year-old mentioned in the document. I'm like, okay, so you're in the document? And he's like, and you shouldn't be abusing us for, like, just podcast clout farming. So I deleted every tweet I had made about it, and I just messaged him back, all right, I deleted it. And he liked that tweet. So now I'm suspicious about the whole thing, chat. If you see, like, the Alex Kerster thing, which there are a lot of people talking about it, after looking into it, a lot of the people that seem to be involved in the document get very, very mad when somebody starts talking about it.
So wait, they want to put out this thing, but they don't want you to talk about it.
They want you to share, like, the original tweet. They don't want you to actually talk about it.
With that in mind, I automatically don't believe it.
It's like, it's so dumb.
I
honestly think
I'm very sus about it now.
I think if you're gonna take screenshots, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, but there's other people in the chat. It's like, okay, take a screenshot of the entire fucking page, don't leave anything out if you want it to look fucking credible, and just censor out the other names.
I agree.
Not highly cropped screenshots, because God.
I agree.
But yeah, I was kind of on board with it, but now I'm, like, super sus about it. Now I feel bad that I got, like, roped into their bullshit.
It's okay, Mizu. It's okay.
I will believe that the Mandela catalog was fetish content, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the other accusations in the document chat, which, as far as I can tell, seems fairly credible. The other stuff could be very out of context. The stuff about the whole series itself is like this weird scent fetish thing. That seems like airtight, as far as I can tell.
I mean, it's like, I've seen the Mandela catalog. It's interesting. I like it. It's like, of course, I don't think that everything is fetish content, but granted, you could probably look at a My Little Pony cartoon and think the same thing, but then it's like, oh yeah, right, brownies exist. But yeah.
Brownies exist, yes.
As a Gen 1 My Little Pony fan, it makes me sad.
Mm-hmm. You were there before it was cool.
I was there before it was cool. Yes, I still have my original My Little Pony dolls in my granny's house.
Nice. The plastic ones with the crazy hair.
Yes, I love them.
That's nice.
Yeah, we were covering this before the stream chat. Lumi is a horse girl.
I was a horse girl since I was 6.
That's right.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
my first favorite Pokemon was Rapidash.
Keep Lumi away from the horses, chat.
I'm not that kind of horse girl.
You know what? Lumi, you and Mori will get along just fine.
I will send Mori a DM saying, hey, you want to collab? I like horses too.
Oh man.
Watch that be my for some reason breakout moment is I like horses too.
I just need a mermaid riding a horse now. No, you need to ride a seahorse.
I mean, a sea pony Lumi already exists.
Oh, that's funny. Alright. Well, anyway, chat. Don't fuck your fans. And, yeah. Alright, let's move on now. So, next thing I have. Stonetoss got doxxed. Now, chat. You may or may not know who Stonetoss is. I have something pulled it here. Let me actually show something completely random because I don't want to show a current tweet. Let me show one of his more random ones. But here, can one of you give me like a preamble for Stonetoss while I look this up?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Stonetoss is a comic creator who is very popular on Twitter, and his comics do typically have a very heavy right-leaning and anti-woke kind of agenda behind them.
Mm-hmm.
But they are genuinely funny.
They are genuine. I think most of them are funny.
They're hilarious.
You can look up for once. You can look up just the phrase "for once Stonetoss made a good comic," and you'll see tons of people who are diametrically opposed to him being like, "Okay, this one's good."
Yeah.
Because everyone has to agree. There's at least like one Stonetoss comic where you're like, "Yeah, no, this one's the good one."
No, yeah, I agree.
mean, he was retweeting a bunch of screenshots I took of people saying, okay, I hate your shit, but this is funny.
Yeah, and the thing is, it doesn't always have to be inherently political. A lot of it just has to do with calling out bullshit that I think he sees. And some of it, like the one I'm showing right now, this is just a random one that I clicked on that I think is really funny. It's like a dude and a girl on a date, and the girl's at his house, and he's like, "This is your place," and she's back at her house taking a picture, and her whole room is trashed. I love how she's got kitty litter that needs to be cleaned up. And it's just like, and again, like some of his comics are definitely very political. I think it's probably more often than not his comics are pretty political, but he's yes, pretty much. And so I think for the longest time he's had this air of anonymity because he's just been pretty smart about it. And then the other day, now here's what's like, chat, I'm schizophrenic sounding some of the times, but someone made a 99 tweet dox on this man giving, and I did not read through it because I thought that was lame and stupid, but they made 99 tweets just to say, this is who Stonetoss is, this is how we found his dox. And apparently it was found through an old Gab leak, but they apparently found his dox. And a lot of people were championing this. A lot of people that if doxing happened to them, they would be very upset about, including including somebody that is somewhat, I would say, not really high end on the VTuber sphere, but someone that's kind of high on the VTuber sphere, Krimbo. I kind of know.
You mean Krimbo?
Is it Krimbo, or how do you say his name?
If that was Krimbo.
Is it Krimbo?
Is it Krimbo?
I don't care what his name is. He's a dick.
He's a dick. Yes, pretty much. So Krimbo, when this, I actually found this through him, and I didn't follow him, but I see his tweets sometimes. But Krimbo basically was celebrating that Stonetoss got doxxed, which is very, very bizarre to me, because I feel like whenever somebody if anybody in his side has their information leaked, he'll definitely be the first one to say you need to go to the police, or you need to do X, Y, and Z, all that kind of shit. But the second, all right, as he says here, doing wrong things to people who promote the idea, I don't know what Stonetoss does. Stonetoss probably is, maybe, right? I know he is right-leaning for a fact, but is he a Nazi? I have no idea. Does that matter? Does that mean that you should dox him? No, absolutely not. I think the thing that is most bizarre is everybody's championing this because it's the person that they like, and it hurts my head. It really hurts my head, because with that lot, I made a couple tweets, and he eventually blocked me, but I made a couple tweets just by saying, by Krimbo's logic, if I thought Krimbo was a Nazi, it's okay for me to dox him. I feel like that's pretty sound logic here. Chat, am I wrong? Am I wrong, chat? If we think that Krimbo is a Nazi, should he be doxxed? That's literally what he is saying, and obviously nobody should be doxxed. All right, I think that is a scare tactic that people use to try and shoo people off of the internet, but I don't like it. Period. So I think Krimbo is a fucking retard for having this take. And I said so, and then he blocked me. Here, let me see if
He's gonna ruin himself.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah.
He is. Somebody mentioned, see, here's my tweet chat. We're saying doxing is wrong unless it's people we don't like. But, somebody, because I mentioned, that he had blocked me, and somebody asked me if he was Pappy, because I guess him and Pappy probably, are very similar to some people. But I was like, no, but I would not be surprised if Krimbo has a Pappy moment sometime in the future. Because of just how much of a sped he acts like. And this is the thing that always boggles my mind is you've got these people that like to be moral fags, all right, and I can say that, chat. It's my word that I get to say. People like to go out there and be moral fags on the internet, say all this stuff about how morally upright of a character they are. And then it turns out that they are some of the most reprehensible pieces of shit behind the scenes whenever they correctly probably get outed by a girlfriend or a lover, or somebody says that they were a bad person, and it's just like, all these people suck.
If I can say it, it's always very weird to me that the only thing the quote-unquote Nazis on Twitter ever get exposed for is being a quote-unquote Nazi. But, like, all the progressive people always get exposed for, like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm a sex offender and I raped a child, like, 20 years ago. Like, it's bizarre to me. You would think the Nazis would have, like, some of that shit in their closet, and they just never do.
No, like again, the worst thing you can say about Stonetoss is that he hates left-leaning people. And he probably hates trans people. I don't know. Actually, I can't say that because I don't know. Maybe he likes some trans people. I don't know. I know some people on the right follow trans people. They're just very selective about the ones that they like. But point being, I don't understand. I don't know. I just don't understand it. Sorry, I lost it there for a moment.
It's okay.
No, but I mean, like, that's the thing. It's just weird. Like, I don't understand why specifically the Nazis never have, like, anything in their closet that's not already out in the open.
And the thing... I'll go ahead, finish.
No, it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
I always think it's bizarre.
Yeah, I think the thing that was funny is I did see the picture of the supposed face docs of Stonetoss. Whenever people do these doxes, I think a lot of people are hoping and praying, like they're really crossing their fingers, like, I hope this man is a fedora, fat man chud living in his mom's basement. No, Stonetoss is actually kind of a nice looking dude. He's Italian, Puerto Rican, and he does not look too bad for his age and for what he does, and which is definitely not what I think a lot of people expected. And so I think it's kind of funny that if that is actually, because here's the thing, I don't think he's not actually said, Stonetoss has not actually said, yeah, that's me. But you want to know what he has done? He's promoted himself, and oh my gosh, he admitted that his sales are up 10 times basically, saying, fuck yeah, how about you go buy a plushie, chat. And it's been working out for him. So
I think some people pointed out that, like, it's very funny how the people that really hate Stonetoss can never understand the point of his comics. Because when he tweeted the comic out, it's something like a person points at him and says, Nazi! And he gets, the Stonetoss self-insert gets nervous for a minute, and then he just says, behold! And he shows, like, his plushie and gives the link to go buy it.
Yeah.
And people are completely misunderstanding, like, this comic to the... trying to make like all these excuses for like why it's the dumbest comic they've ever seen. It's like, no, the point is literally your outrage helped him sell this fucking plushie. That's literally it.
Exactly. And that's the thing that's like so funny is like, and obviously
there's no like deeper context, there's no like 5D chess meaning. It's you called him a Nazi, he sold 10 times as many plushies. Oh, it's so simple.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, you guys are such fucking idiots. Because like, I sometimes see Stonetoss. I know that he's kind of like, he's somewhat popular in the right-wing sphere, but I don't see him very often. Guess what I've seen 10 times more of? Because you doxed him. He is all over the internet now because people want, you put him out there. He is in the sphere. You've made him more famous as a result of you putting his name out there. Congratulations.
There are people who probably had no idea who Stonetoss is who own one of these fucking plushies now.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Probably. It's just funny because these people, and I think that Stonetoss did take the best approach for this because, like, you know, I do think when you get doxxed, there is probably a level of fear that people fear because, like, oh man, they know who I am. But I'll tell you, chat, the best thing to do right now, and I know that it will happen to a lot of people online one day, but the best thing you can do if this ever happens to you is, one, don't acknowledge it. Because Rev did this too. Rev basically didn't acknowledge it either. He didn't make a big deal out of it. He didn't talk about it. Don't acknowledge it. Two, make a laughing stock about it. If you got a lot of eyes on you because somebody just doxed you, do what Stonetoss did. Say, hey guys, I see everybody's coming over here. How about you go buy one of my comics if you really feel like it. And it's just hilarious. And the thing that showed me that Stonetoss really just didn't give a shit. I'm trying to scroll to it, but he basically said, I want to give a special thank you to all of the people that helped to promote my stuff. Here it is. Perfect. So he basically says, previous customers will be emailed their own special promo code in relations to the promo he's doing. And he says, much thanks to everyone who promoted my work the past couple of days. And I mean everyone. So you have sold him so much more than he probably would have made because you did this. If I would have thought this man was playing 5G chess, I'd say he doxed himself, but I don't think he did. I just think it's funny. You played yourself, and guess who made money? Not you, him.
Like, I think the one thing is, I won't say where because I don't believe in spreading doxes, but it was basically revealed that Stonetoss lives in a place where if you come on his property, he could shoot you and get away with it. Like, hands down.
He lives in Texas.
So when the person doxed him and they found that out, it's like, what did they actually think was going to happen? Do you think anybody's going to go to Texas to try and beat him up? Because you know that's a state where you can't do that.
No, chat, let me tell you, as somebody who lives in the South myself, and who has studied gun laws in the South, let me tell you a little bit about Texas. Texas is a constitutional carry state, one of many states that are actually becoming constitutional carry. Not only is he allowed to privately carry and openly carry, if he is on his property and you come on his property unannounced, he can shoot you and get away with it. Well, not get away with it. He's in his rights to end your life if you come on his property uninvited. Like, literally, the law states, uninvited, I don't feel safe, bang.
I will say, chat, this is always a funny thing. I live in a very similar area, and the rule we always had was if you have to shoot somebody, just make sure to drag them the rest of the way on your property.
Yep.
Literally. That is how I know Texas is like that. I know in Florida, I know from Josh from the farms, like literally when he asked a cop, what do I do if somebody comes on my property? Do I call the police? He's like, if somebody comes on your property, shoot them. And guess what? The cops don't care. Obviously, they'll have to come and do the paperwork, and that really sucks. But I don't think the cops care. And I think they would probably applaud you for protecting yourself. So these people are stupid. Not only did you dox somebody that is now making more money, but I don't think he's afraid because he lives in a state where he doesn't have to be afraid. Like, what were you doing? But yeah, I think Krimbo is really stupid for championing this, and I'll say this now for Krimbo, and people can clip this if you want. Krimbo, I really hope nobody ever doxes you, like legitimately 100%. I hope that you go the rest of your life with your internet anonymity, because it is obviously something that is very important to you. It's not important to other people for you. It's only important to you and the people you like, but I really hope you never ever get doxed, because obviously it's something that you take very seriously based off of how you celebrated this, and you would probably be very terrified if it happened to you. So I hope you never get doxed. Like literally, I hope you never get doxed. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that. You have anything else you want to add?
I mean, I
you're all
posted a couple
idiots
of
and
funny
you're gonna...
comics.
Like, everyone's an idiot for if they support this because they're just asking to get doxxed themselves.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of well known that the more edgy, offensive people online are just better at doing it. Like, 4chan literally finds people from cone trails in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. It's just like, these people are stupid. This is why I tell you to not take pictures of your bras. Just in case somebody doxes you from that. I know that's a little schizo to say, but still, these people are stupid.
Well,
Here's a really funny one. There's like an NFT guy who keeps trying to brag about his rich lifestyle, and he always wears these reflective shades in all of his pictures. So he's gotten outed every single time from like his fucking glasses.
Yeah.
I'll have to send him to you guys later because it's just really funny.
Sounds good. Krimbo, I used to know, but I stopped watching him when I sensed that he wasn't a good person. See, what's funny is I say I get blocked by Krimbo, and I've gotten at least 4 or 5 people saying, yeah, I used to know Krimbo. He's a shitty person. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I guess he's gone downhill. I guess Hollywood got to him.
Is he in LA?
I have no idea. That's just I just say that whenever I see people go act like that. They got the Hollywood.
Fair.
They got the Hollywood grind set, chat. Oh, so anyway, we'll move on from that. Do you guys want to talk about Scarl a little bit, or Scarlet? Pete, chat, you're gonna have to correct me on how to pronounce.
We have all
name.
3 of us have admitted we genuinely don't know how this girl's name is pronounced.
Yes.
I've never seen her before until this shit.
I know that a few of you in chat will know. Is it Scarl or Scarlet?
Just call her Scar at this point.
I'm just gonna call him Scar. I know she's not English. I've heard her accent. She's definitely not like English, but she sounds cool, and I'm probably saying it like a filthy American. But so Scar is one of the good VTubers in it. Now, out of all of the Ninja drama that has gone on, chat, it's
I'm not
quite
saying
down.
she's one of the good ones in Ninja. I genuinely don't know like what she is.
So
well, she didn't retweet any of the like support Niji stuff. She basically stayed silent during the entire thing.
Pretty much
Chat
in
says Scarlet.
Scarlet, okay.
Scarlet.
And so I believe, if I remember correctly, somebody mentioned that she liked a message from one of her comments that said Black Company. So I think she knows at the very least. She also went on a brief hiatus during all of this and then came back and said she was okay. So I am under the impression, at least right now, unless people can fill me in and call me stupid for this, but I believe that she's one of the good ones in the company, which is why I'm kind of surprised that she's still there. But anyway, it is my understanding that she took a vacation to Japan, and while she was in Japan, she decided to do a stream, or I don't know if it was do a stream eating the cake or talk about eating cake that she did. She's a Latina woman. Oh, you know what? That's perfect. Even better. But she...
We stand Latina queens here.
Exactly. But she went to Starbucks. She was basically talking about how she was going to go to Starbucks and get a Starbucks cake in Japan and then eat it and then talk about it on stream. And actually, I have the clip pulled up here. Let me pull it up here. Oh my gosh, it just looks... Can I fix the quality for this? No, I cannot. Why does it look so bad?
Because it's been shared 30 times.
This is the one that you posted. Here, chat. So this is...
I did my best.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said I did my best.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So basically, she said she's going to go to Starbucks, and I didn't know this at the time, but I guess Starbucks is... This is a little political, but Starbucks is one of the places that is supporting Israel right now. And so because Starbucks is supporting Israel, if you have a melon in your name on Twitter, you can't go to Starbucks. You are literally...
Is that what fucking melon means?
Yes.
The watermelon, yeah.
Okay, let me explain.
Because they're too scared to put the Palestine flag in their bio.
Yes, the
That
melon
was like some
literally...
racist in joke.
No.
It was for Palestine supporters.
No, yeah, the melon means the melon means that basically. So if you have the melon in your Twitter account, you can't go to Starbucks, or I think, and McDonald's, I think, because they support Israel basically. And we're not going to talk about Israel because this is we don't really, I really just don't give two shits. I think that they should just do their own thing. But she went to Starbucks, and someone came in her chat and grilled her for going to Starbucks when Israel is still in this conflict, and this is basically her response.
I don't know, bro. Please keep your politics out of my chat. I'm gonna time you out. I don't know.
Man,
bro.
I wish I could hear it.
I'm just enjoying my time.
You can't hear it? This sounds beautiful. I don't know why you can't.
Keep the rules. Keep your politics out.
No,
of
I'm kidding.
My
I've already
chat.
listened to the whole
This is
thing.
for fun.
I
Why are you
listened to it,
ruining
but
the
I
vibe?
like
Why are you
hearing
killing the
things.
vibe? Fuck off. Take that somewhere else. Thanks. Thank you. I already fuck off with that shit, dude. Fuck off with that. If you're gonna bring up shit that why are you killing the vibe and breaking my rules? I don't know.
There you go. All right. So basically, chat, someone comes in and says, "Why are you buying cake from a place that supports Israel?" And she's just like, "Fuck off. I don't talk politics in the chat." And I think that is I even tweeted saying she is based. And literally people were calling her out saying, "Why are you going to Starbucks and all this stuff?" And I think that is very dumb. I think that is very dumb. I think her response is absolutely amazing because and I even think it's one of the rules in her chat, don't talk politics.
Yeah, there's a no politics rule.
Yeah, there's no and that should be in honestly every VTuber's chat. Unless you want to be a Hassan VTuber, you should keep politics out of your chat. But literally, people were getting mad that she called the Israel-Palestine thing politics, which it is inherently. All wars encompass some form of politics in it because they're trying to achieve some political goal, and this is inherently under the umbrella of politics. It is genocide, war, politics. They're all basically the exact same thing. And people were railing her for that because, oh my gosh, she went to Starbucks and then she timed someone out for trying to educate her. And it was just...
By the way, I hate that phrase, the educate yourself shit.
I hate it too. If someone tells me to educate myself, I'm going to tell them to fuck off.
Educate yourself just means you have to believe what I believe or you're not, like, smart enough to talk to me, and it's so dumb.
It's just like not everyone is interested in a decades-long holy war
No.
that's been going on for
More
a
than a
very, very,
decades.
very long time.
Multiple thousands of years of a holy war that I really could not give two shits. Chat, I do not care about the Middle East, all right? You want to know what I care about? I care about America. You want to know why? Because I live in America, and I don't care about the Middle East, because I don't get anything from there. My Jesus is at home with me. He's not over in the Middle East. So I don't care about the desert over there. I think they should just go fight their own damn wars themselves and not involve me in it. So I don't care. I don't know why these people care so much about another patch of land that they're never going to see. Never ever going to see.
I mean, if they're that passionate, they can go fly over there.
Exactly. Exactly. Like it bothers me a lot. Because these are people that will sit on their computers all day, bitch, whine, and moan about things. And yet, if you tell them, well, why don't you go do something about it, they're gonna get pissy with you. And it's just like, bro, you are some of the worst slacktivists I have ever seen. Like, hell, the Stop Oil people have more guts than you, and I think those people are like inhuman. I'm on
Some
YouTube.
of those
I
people
can't.
got their hands cut off for it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh.
Because they cemented themselves to a tarmac and they couldn't get it off.
Wait,
so
they
their
actually.
hands were bye-bye.
They Jaws of Life'd their arms off?
Well, they kind of had to. Also, nerdy. I already advocated for the Crusades to come back, so I'm way ahead on that. I mean, they were fucking stupid and didn't realize that. Oh, cement will come off my hand. Oh, huh. Interesting.
Jeez. But anyway,
I have to look that up. The only one I saw was the one where they glued their hands to the ground and they just came and ripped them up, so they tore the skin off all their hands.
Oh, did they just rip them off?
Yeah, I don't recall
I heard...
losing the hands.
Ow.
Oh, well, they basically lost their hand because they didn't glue. It was basically instant cement.
Ow.
That they used.
Chat, please don't listen. I believe in your First Amendment right to actually go protest, but don't do this. And this is just a side tangent, but don't do this because this will get you arrested.
Also, stop standing in the fucking road.
Exactly. There was I remember one time where these people were in the road and they were blocking ambulances. Hell, I even remember a dude begging them because he had to get his wife to the hospital. And
oh no, I've seen that. I've seen that one. That the husband and wife were trying to get people to get out of the road because they had to bring their kid to the hospital.
Yeah, and it's just like these people are going to kill someone one day, and it's going to be bad.
Oh, they already have.
I do think the most based thing ever is these people went on to a native preserve. Did you guys see that? That was really funny.
No.
Okay, so these idiots, these absolute fucking idiots, went onto a native preserve to try and stop Burning Man, and they were blocking the road. And so the rules for those that aren't living in the U.S. The Native Americans, we have given patches of land to live on because we believe that they deserve it. And it's kind of dumb, but that's other politics for another day. So we give them land that they live on. They get to create their own laws. I don't think that they get to supersede American law to some extent, but they make their own laws and they get to enforce it the way they want to. It's basically like many countries that kind of live under America's banner. And so when these people went onto their land in the middle of their roads, the Indians weren't playing around. What they did is they smashed through their barricades and well, they didn't run over people, but they basically ran over people and arrested all of these people. They aimed guns and said, get on the ground or you will be shot. And all of these people were like, oh, we're just protesting. It was like, you don't get to do this in country or in land that you don't have the purview to. And it's just funny. They're self-governing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't mess with Native Americans. They will fuck you up. And that's
then
it was
and then
funny.
there was that old white dude that shot one of them because they were blocking the road.
Yeah, I remember that. I think he got
Which
arrested.
is good for him. I don't know, but I seen a picture. Picture still from the video. And it's like the most cinematic fucking shot I've ever seen. You just see the bullet coming out of the gun. He looks calm as hell. I'm like, man. this guy is pretty fucking cool. But yeah.
Just stop standing in the road. You're gonna get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might even be an
car.
accident, like a legitimate, unironic accident.
They have their own presidents and cops. They can't ignore federal law, but can ignore state law. Yeah, pretty much. If you go to Native American land, you're basically in another country, because if you don't respect them, they will fuck you up. Like, and I don't think people understand this. You respect them. They deserve, to some extent, I think they deserve way more respect for kind of how we treated them. But you do not fuck with them.
Yeah.
Because they will fuck you up.
At this point, it's like there should be a love tap warning with your car, and then you should just be able to run them over if they don't get out of the way.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, it's... Anyway, but just going back to the Scarlet thing. Unfortunately, she did decide to apologize and say that she was getting educated, which I feel like... Which she should not have. No, yeah, I agree.
I have to agree with the people, though, that believe that she was probably told she had to by management.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely, because she is a corpo. I think a lot of people forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and most of the time, I'm sorry to the people who support this, but the vast majority of the time, if someone says, "Oh, I'm gonna get educated," they just want you off their asses, and they're not actually gonna go look at anything.
Pretty much, and I agree with a lot of people.
Because you're annoying, and they just want you to go away.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that was really sad is even after she said that, they still went after her, and they still were being very rude to her, and it was just really sad. Because I don't think you should ever really apologize when something like that happens. I mean, if I was her, I would just be like, fuck this shit. Like, with all the Ninja stuff happening, I would just be like, fuck this shit. If I have to apologize, I'm out, basically. But, you know, she probably is some self-preservation stuff that she's working on. We don't know how things are for her behind the scenes. So obviously we wish the best for her.
Sure.
I did make a bet. Kyo, I think it was, said he was going on vacation recently, and he's like gone for a couple weeks. He's not gonna do videos. And I made a bet with Azahara that I bet 3 schmeckles, which isn't real. It was more of a joke. But I basically bet that she's gonna graduate during that time. And I said that as a joke, but
cry. His first stream would be him crying. I love Kyo as a content creator. He is fucking great. And I do not want this man to come back sad. And because it's like, okay, all of us seen with the whole, like, what's her name? Doki thing. We knew that shit was coming from a mile away, and that was his Oshi. That dragon girl was his Oshi. He was heartbroken.
Oh, I believe it. And
I do not want to see that man sad again.
Of course, and I'm not.
Did you see what I posted under his tweet?
What did you say?
What'd you post?
I said something like, "We're gonna make it worse for you."
I do remember that, and it's obviously like I don't want her to actually leave, but she's one of the few people that I look at and I'm like, why are you here? You're like in a burning building, and I wish you would just leave. Like, Ninja had their like quarter earnings. The English branch is way down right now. I wish I had the graphs on me, but Ninja is not doing good on the English side, and everybody's posting the negligible memes again, but like, woman, you need to leave this company. Go somewhere else. At this point, I'd be fine with VShoujo, because you have to get out of there before you get taken advantage of even worse. I don't know. The only other thing with this that was kind of crazy is the people that were railing against her, a lot of people were pointing out that these are the same people that would agree with the other VTuber in not Hololive, in Ninja Sanji that was being racist. So it's very double standard, because it's just like, is racist to white people? Eats cake. Which one of these is not like the other? So.
Oh, here you go, Akko.
Oh, thank you. Let me. Special shout out to Chris the Holosimp for these screenshots here. Yeah, they are down. They dropped quite a lot actually after this earnings call, so it sounds like they're not doing too hot. They're not
And
doing
the
too hot.
700 yen loss, any company loss is capped at 700 yen per day.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a lot more.
I would not. I mean, I agree that there will probably be more dropping. It would be crazy. You mean Uki? Yes, Uki is the one that would. Yeah, that's the one I meant. But yeah, Scarlet, we wish the best for you. Please be safe because you're one of the good ones. It sounds like, and you don't deserve to be treated like this.
A lot of people, like, at this point, is there really any reason to go to go corpo besides, like, exposure?
Well, so I did think about that, especially when the Ninja stuff was going on, and I want to hear Mizu's opinions here on this as well. But my opinion is, if you go corpo, there is a little bit of safety that you can get from it, because when you're an indie, if you don't know what you're doing, there is a lot of I hate the word luck when it comes to content creation, but if you don't know what you're doing, yes, you are lucky if you make it, because there is a lot of little cogs and wheels that turn into content creation, and if you don't understand them, you won't succeed. So I do believe that going corpo, you'll have people that hopefully know. I know at the very least with HoloLive and maybe Ninja Sanji, they know what they're doing, so they get enough right that that it's a good idea to go with them. But other than that, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to make it big, just stay by yourself for a while.
Yeah.
You know, unless
Corpo is important for safety.
huh?
Is the one thing I've always said is going corpo is really only good for like safety.
Mm-hmm.
You are very safe with like a corporation, overall, just because not safety, but what is it? Because they have resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people forget, like, these days, if you actually want to really take off, you have to do everything. Like, you can't just be on one platform. You have to be on every platform. You have to manage all of them. You have to have all these editors and everything. When you're corpo, you just have to, like, do your stream pretty much, and you are set. They handle your sponsorships. They handle your other platforms. They handle, like, all this other stuff. Although I will say, from what I've heard, Niji didn't handle any of that, and they just said, fuck you, figure it out. So,
Yeah.
maybe not so great with those corpos, but
Yeah,
for other ones.
I definitely think that when it comes to being corpo, you need to be smart about who you're looking for. And I think that's another problem, is if you're not paying attention, you will get scooped up by predatory business practices. And I do want to talk about that in greater depth one day, especially with like managers and just bad VTuber companies, because I feel like, unfortunately, people don't really recognize when they're joining, and this is kind of true of all companies, but you don't always know, or you don't know what to look out for when a company is like on fire. So I do think that corpos are important to people. I think people shit on them more than maybe they should, but I think that we need to shout out the good ones and keep burning down the bad ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is a fair point.
Speaking of corpos, HoloLive, or Cover, excuse me, is getting a US branch in California. And
Yay, California.
a lot of people are scared, terrified, myself a little bit included, of that. I think, do you know where they were what specific area they were going to? I think it was LA.
Right in the middle of Los Angeles.
Is it in the middle of LA? You know what? All I hope
It's
is
gonna be bad.
I give it 2 weeks till they're broken into.
all I hope is that there's a tsunami that buries LA before they decide to break ground, because as someone who used to live in California, San Diego, and visited LA a lot, that place is gone. Like, you can't go there without a security team.
It's important to know, like, the most worrying thing about their announcement was they basically said they were going to kind of let the California team just do whatever with their own department. It's like, no, don't let them.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't let the Californians just run the agency. That's going to be a shit show.
No, I agree. I agree.
it's just like what I heard is the reason why they chose California is because it's closer to Japan.
It's kind of
But
it's a silly reason. That's a very Japan reason.
But like, I would much rather them go to fucking woke Washington than California.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
I mean, at least a Washington state is like the tech state of the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
That is where most of the big tech companies are.
Mm-hmm.
California is where, sure, entertainment industries are, but that's also where
Dying industries.
you literally can't do anything if someone breaks into your business, house, or anything. You just kind of have to let them get away.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone breaks into the HoloLive English branch building, they're just gonna have to stand around and just let it happen.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and I obviously we don't hope that people that happens, but with my experience, and I feel like a lot of people's combined experience, it's a bad idea. Bad idea, cover. I know we're 3 little shit disturbers here on YouTube, but don't go to California. Go
I wish
literally
they'd go to Texas instead.
anywhere else. Texas, sure.
Everyone knows California is horrific. Just stop.
Just go literally anywhere else. California, like, literally is falling apart. Have you seen the Oscars? It's falling apart. You don't want to go there.
There's gonna be oh man, I can only imagine this shit. It just like, because HoloLive going to California will be the first large VTuber company coming to the States.
Mhm.
So like, I can only imagine what kind of recipe for the disaster that's gonna be. I don't know if it's just gonna be like offices and shit like that, or if there's gonna be like a recording studio in there where the talents go in to do mocap shit.
Have you seen the one that they have in Japan that they're building? That shit is beautiful.
Yeah. And they say that it's gonna be up and running in July of this year, so I don't know, like, I don't know what kind of building they're constructing.
Isn't Twitter in San Francisco? Yeah. Hopefully Musk decides to move it, because I'm sure he doesn't like stepping on the shit either.
He has been looking for locations to go to.
I don't know. I don't foresee Twitter getting better. In fact, I only see it getting worse.
You think so? You want to give your Twitter getting worse take?
Well, I've started
he's
to pay
not on
more
there.
attention to like what people post on Twitter, and it is just horrific every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some of that is like algorithm based, but still, like,
Oh, it's all
it's all
algorithm-based.
terrible.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of people, myself included, were a little bit optimistic when Musk came in. And overall, I feel like Twitter is, I really don't know if I would say better or worse. I would say that it's probably the same. The only difference is that someone else is banning different people, because honestly, the only thing that's really changed is less things get you banned now. And you can pay to have a check mark, which is just the funniest shit ever, because, you know, people now are only verified if they pay for it. But
I think the bannings are picking up again.
you think so?
I do. I don't think it's like 100% fixed.
You know, I would probably believe that. I would probably believe that.
Speaking of Twitter, there's now a workaround for the lolly tag.
Is there?
You just use the Japanese characters for it, and you can search it.
Well, there you go.
Well, I've actually lately seen it looks like the lolly tag is just working again.
Is it? Maybe they just slowly unmuted it when Musk wasn't looking. See, the thing with Twitter is I feel like either there are people in the company that still hate him and want to run it their way, or there are people that know how to run it better and just slowly reverse things without him looking and hope that he doesn't notice, because there's a lot of things that just don't end up actually staying, it feels like. I don't know. My prediction is Twitter is just, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be run into the ground. And honestly, I find it funny if it does, because Twitter is a place for a lot of people that haven't really done anything. Like, their whole personality is on Twitter. Unlike us, where our personalities are everywhere, but they really haven't grown outside of it, and they don't really know how to make it outside of it. So like, I feel like if Twitter fell apart, we would be fine because we know what we're doing. And my advice for people is not to make your personality just a Twitter thing, because it'll really suck if Musk does decide to just shut it off one day. But I don't know.
I'm kind of waiting for him to just shut it off because I want to see the Twitter alternative. Like the proper Twitter alternative.
The proper one. You don't want to go to Threads.
Well, because everyone they make always like takes away the things that makes Twitter actually useful. Because every single one is like, well, we hear you guys not wanting to see stuff that you're not explicitly following. So we'll do that for you. We'll delete everything you aren't explicitly following. It's like, no, that just kills discovery. That ruins the whole reason the site's even functional.
Yeah.
I agree.
If I wanted to go to a website only to look at people I already knew I liked, then I wouldn't need the website for it.
Oh. Nice.
I agree. I agree. I think Twitter is funny. I think people shouldn't put all of their stock in it. I think it's a great tool for people to use to grow. But like TikTok, it's not something that you should put your stock into for long-term growth.
Yeah, but right now for Twitter, I'm appreciating a very surprising amount of viewers that I've been getting on my streams.
Yeah, Twitter is very interesting. I don't know how many it is right now. Actually, I can look on...
Oh, I can tell you.
You can tell me.
Right now, on your personal account, you have 77 viewers.
That's crazy. Hello, 77 viewers.
And on Underthetea, you have 27.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Man, I wish those numbers would fucking reflect over on Twitch, but you know.
Or on YouTube, but like, hey, that's awesome.
Oh, YouTube, yeah. But we appreciate everybody.
Exactly.
I hope a monetization system for streaming on Twitter will eventually show up.
I think it's already here. Well, for Twitter, it's already kind of here. It's just shitty.
Well, for streaming, not 5 million fucking engagements.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Musk is pretty much done with Twitter.
Well, I did see a recent post saying that Musk wants to shift Twitter into a more video platform.
That'll be interesting. If he actually does do that, cool. Cool. I don't have really hope for anything big coming on Twitter. I think he just bought it so that he could get himself, like, at the top of the algorithm. But beyond that, I personally don't see it going anywhere fast. So, YouTube's where I'm at because you said YouTube is more engaging. It is. It is. If you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it will never be. That's why you listen to us. Okay. Do we want to do a brief Gamergate 2 follow-up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do you got?
Just real quick.
Well,
okay, so the whole Sweet Baby Inc. thing has broken into the mainstream to the point where Homeland Security is coming into it, which is fucking retarded.
Quote unquote.
Mr. Matt, I hate video games, anime, all those things are for kids and men who have nothing to do with their lives.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna bring this up.
Was talking about it. Saying that, like, you know, gaming has gone woke. People have been calling out every other medium besides gaming, which is, you know, true for the most part on the mainstream side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I found this funny, because he calls his fans and his little community the Sweet Baby Gang. And he was like, this is like, Sweet Baby Inc. has no relation to the Sweet Baby Gang. If I could sue them for copyright, I would. Which is just funny.
Yes.
Besides that, I got nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I saw a bunch of people trying to pull the no, you can't like let Matt Walsh say this. You have to like super disagree with him if you like gaming because you know he secretly hates it. Like, I don't have to sit here and like start a war on two fronts. I'm not an idiot.
No, I agree. I agree.
And plus, like, Matt Walsh doesn't secretly hate video games. He's flat out said for the past few years he hates video games. And
Yeah.
he hates anime because it's for man children who need to get a real job and have a family or whatever.
Speaking from
Yeah, people keep saying
him.
like everyone doesn't know he's a fucking grifter.
He's a
I mean,
grifter, chat. He works for the Daily Wire. His boss is
the
a
entirety
Jew.
of the Daily Wire is a grift. And also, you know it's a grift when fucking the founder of Daily Wire, Jeremy Boring, calls himself God King.
No, yeah, literally. Chat, I don't know if you know this, and if you are right-leaning, I am sorry to say this. The Daily Wire is just a grift. Just like the left, they really don't give a shit about you. I know they like to say they do, like, oh, we're gonna create our own little children's network so children can watch good stuff. That's cool, that's good, but they're grifting. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They're grifting, and I don't think you should. I definitely recognize that during some of the Crowder drama. I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of Crowder either, but they're all grifters, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They will say whatever they can so that they can get their monies.
It's like there's some things that I'll say are interesting that they pointed out. What was it? Candace Owens, when she was talking about the scam that was the whole BLM thing,
Mm-hmm.
and how all of it went to multi-million-dollar mansions and
Yeah.
paying the family members of the people who founded it and all that. But yeah,
No, I mean, like, they can have some good ideas,
Mhm.
but they can also be grifters, you know?
Yeah.
so
So-
yeah.
Because they
But
have
I
all
also
certain things
like
that I
just
can agree
don't
with.
have to start a fight with them just because I know they're grifters.
No, I agree. I think, and one of the things that happened is, so Matt Walsh talked about wokeness in gaming, and then Grums was DM'd by one of their writers, and said we'd like to do
Elon
a story.
Musk's Grums?
Huh?
Grums like Elon Musk's wife?
No. Now that's Grimes. Grums is
Grimes.
Mark Kern, the form. Oh,
Oh, the former
you guys disappeared from my computer. Hold on.
Yeah.
Mizu, is your model thing still working?
I'll have to check. I thought it was.
Oh,
Oh no,
no.
you disappeared. You disconnected.
Oh no. Am I still? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Am I still
I mean,
streaming?
we're talking to you right now.
Am I still streaming? Chat, am I
Looks like
still
it's
live?
live.
Oh,
It looks like you're still live.
is Steam down? Oh
No,
dear.
because Lumi's here.
Hold on a moment. Why is it dead?
Lucas tried to
Rocco's
make
the
like
one
all
that
these
died.
excuses. It's like, no, it's literally just you.
What the hell? I killed them? No!
Akko ate us.
What the heck?
Okay.
Join.
Access object permanence.
Hold on. I still see them. Or I still see Akko. It says that I'm not connecting. What the hell? Hold on a moment. What the heck is up with my internet? And this is my hardwired computer too.
Fucking rip.
The background. Well, yeah. So Mizu's thing is a local animated thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment, chat. I don't know why this is doing this, but let me set up the Grems. Just because I don't have any other. I don't know what else to do. I don't know why it's doing this.
It's funny, God King Jeremy Boring heard us talking shit and just took us away.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was gonna. Okay, so I was gonna read. a
We
whole
were about
bunch-
done anyways, so we can.
Yeah.
I was gonna read a whole bunch of DMs, but basically, there's infighting now with the right and Gamergate too, and I think it's kind of dumb. Yeah,
I
it really
mean,
does not want to connect me.
How I think it's gonna go is that everyone's just gonna ignore it because Matt Walsh will only talk about this for one day because it's like a mention and then leave it be because
That's
They'll
not
talk
popular
about-
with his audience either.
Yeah, it's not popular with his audience.
No.
I'm still waiting for the out of fucking nowhere Daily Wire VTuber that I would fucking laugh my ass off.
That would be pretty interesting. That would definitely be pretty. Anyway, what we wanted to talk about is Gamergate 2 is getting attention from actual government services, and I personally don't think it's going to work the way it did last time, because last time companies had more, game journalists had more stock in them than they do now. Journalists are getting fired left, right, and center, and people are seeing them for the idiots that they are. And so because of that, I don't think it's going to be what people. I don't think it's going to be what people are expecting here, chat. I'm gonna try to. Is it gonna work? It might work. I might have just had to restart VTube Studio. Okay. I need the Daily Wire
Skill
VTuber.
issue.
Oh my gosh, it's still disconnecting. What the hell? Okay, you know what?
Akko, we're about done anyway.
All right,
So
never
finish
mind
it up.
that. All right.
Hey,
I'm sorry, chat. The only thing that that I wanted to talk about tonight is black/whitewashing, and because there was a tweet made by an artist saying that if blackface is wrong, whitewashing should also be wrong, and people lost their minds over it. And I wanted to talk about that briefly before we end it off. So I know that Mizu, you talked about this on your appearance yesterday on Offensive Charm, but do you want to reiterate basically what you talked about and kind of add upon that?
I genuinely don't remember. All I remember was I basically just said, like, look, it's obviously racist to act this way. We need to, like, stop pretending that you're not a racist. When you're like, oh, it's okay if we do it to white people. It's not okay if we do it to black people.
No, yeah, and what's funny here, let me just bring up.
Like, let's just cut the crap. It's racist both ways.
Just bring up the tweet. Trunks, who I know nothing about. I believe that they are a bit of a sped. Trunks.
Oh, they're one of the people that really hate me.
Oh, really? They basically retweeted the tweet saying, "This is wrong. These are both racist," and they're basically like, "I don't care. I'm gonna continue to do it anyway." Which is pretty dumb.
He made a really long tweet somewhere else where he basically tried to say, "Well, you don't understand. When white people do it, it's malicious." And it's like, you don't hear like what you just said. You don't think that's a little bit racist sounding?
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah.
When the darn whiteys do it, it's malicious. It's like, maybe you should think about that.
Yeah. No, I do think, yes, sometimes white people are malicious when I mean, like, I can't speak for every single example, but I think that rooted in itself just makes it like, yeah, we're justified because other people are the problem that I have with that is it doesn't really fix a problem. It just says, oh, because you punched me, I get to punch you back. And I don't feel like that really fixes things. I feel like all that does is just serves to create people that are more racist towards other people. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't understand the gamble behind this. And one of the things that I see people say is, oh, well, there's not enough black representation in anime and stuff. It's like okay.
There's not enough white representation in anime. They're all Asian.
You know, I didn't think about that, but you're right. They're all Asian. They're technically all Asian.
Chat says large Mizu.
Mizu, I had to shrink you down. That's okay. But no, you're right. But like the problem I have is, could there be more representation? Sure, but here's the thing: anime is made for Japanese people. I understand that that may suck to hear, and I get that. But anime is primarily made with Japanese people in mind. If they include somebody that's from another country, cool. But I don't expect it because the characters and the stories are told by Japanese people. And so, you know, like, would it be cool to see people of all kinds? Yeah, sure. But I don't expect it because there's no white people in it because it's all Asians. Oh.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
I was trying to remember who the heck this Prisms person was, and then when I looked them up, I remember they're the person who made a bullshit call-out post about Bambi and was stalking them and shit.
oh really? They're one of
Ooh.
those. They're one of the people that did that.
No, they are the main person who did that.
Really? Oh.
They're the one that made the thread about Bambi.
Why did they make the thread about Bambi again? I'm trying to remember all of the Bambi stuff.
Because Bambi is cute and funny.
So, okay. So it's literally just because Bambi is a lolly or has a smaller model.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But they don't ever need like a greater reason. They always just need like that one thing, and then they justify everything else with it.
That's so dumb.
Yep.
That's so dumb. I don't know. It's just stupid in my personal opinion. It's just like bro, like, especially this Trunks person, all they're doing is like making it worse, not just for other black people, because I'm sure that I can tell you for a fact, not every black person thinks like this, because I know a bunch of black people who don't think like this. A lot of black people just chill and be chill, and they just like being having a nice life. But like, these people make it worse. And again, there's one of the bigger people. I mean, how like Trunks is like got 10,000 people that follow them, and it's just like you're making it worse for other people. And I don't know. I think this discourse is dumb and gay and stupid. I miss me.
You're all dumb and gay. Drops mic, walks away.
Pretty much. I miss Migu's wagon. I'm sorry, chat. My internet is dumb and retarded, just like me. I don't know why it did that. That's all I got. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not particularly.
I got nothing else.
You got nothing else?
I got nothing.
Chat, is there anything you want to... We'll give you like a minute or two before I queue up the ending song. Is there anything you wanted us to talk about tonight? Anything that we can quickly talk about? Really quickly?
There's flying bugs and helldivers now.
There's flying bugs and helldivers.
You
Yeah.
fly now?
Some
They
of
can
them
pick
do.
you up. No, like, they can fly. They could pick you up, and they could drop you to the fucking ground.
Really?
They can fly.
DBD blackface thing is happening again? What do you mean? I do know about the Dead by Daylight voice actor
trans
controversy.
monster.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can talk about that for a moment.
The new killer that is
You know
voiced
that's
by a
double
trans
controversial, right? Because the monster is actually based off the monsters from the Mandela catalog.
Huh?
That's
Oh,
funny.
wait, Kirk, are you talking about Bubba's old thing where he had alternate mask of the original 4 survivors and people were super pissed off about the fucking Claudette mask and saying that it was blackface, but it was just Leatherface wearing the face of his victim?
Oh my
That
gosh.
retarded argument?
Okay. So, chat. Preamble. I saw this earlier. I am gonna be honest with you, chat. I'm gonna struggle because I can't take this seriously. So,
It's
Nobody
fucking
can.
funny.
a brand new killer is out named The Unknown. The Unknown is was it Skinwalker? Skinwalker. They're basically an alien, and they were voiced by a trans voice actor. And the voice actor wanted to come out and say that they had absolutely no idea that this is what the character was going to look like. Thankfully,
Which doesn't make any sense.
which doesn't, yeah, exactly, doesn't make any sense. But I'm sorry.
That isn't even that is a skin that you can get for the killer. The base one just looks like an incel with a white shirt on.
Yes, that's one of here. Let me see if I can bring up there. There it is. That's the This is what the default skin looks like. Chat.
That looks like a Discord mod.
Looks like a Redditor.
You're making this
It looks
hard
like a
for me.
Redditor. He was black pilled and and then he was pink pilled and then he wore a skirt.
No, but see, chat. The thing that was because community notes did a community note basically saying that the voice actor did both male and female voice lines for the monster. So they had to know a little bit. All right, they had to know at least a little bit about what was going on here. I find it a little bit sus that they probably didn't say, can I see what I'm going to be voice acting? Because at least, and I'm not a professional voice actor here, but in my opinion, when you're going to voice act something, you would at least say, can I see some concept art? Can I see what I'm voicing here? Because that will help me get into character. I don't know if people are stupid like me, but I would at the very least do that. So I don't know if this person didn't see it, which I don't really believe, but this person came out and said this is going to ruin my reputation because if anybody recognizes, basically the word is like, if anybody recognizes my face, I'm ruined. And it's just like,
So you're saying you look like that?
What do you mean? Like,
That was the joke everybody
what do
was
you
making. They're like,
mean?
are you saying you look like the unknown? Is there something you'd like to tell us?
Like that's so dumb of you to say. It's just like, what do you mean? Nobody knows what you look like. Like, I don't even think that the faces of the voice actors are even displayed in the credits of this game, if there are credits of this game. But what do you mean?
They posted it. They posted the thing from their Instagram, and their face is all over their Instagram.
Oh,
So if anything, it's their own fault.
What? Okay, Chad, just for context, I don't believe this voice actor didn't know this. I believe that they're trying to create controversy for no random reason. And for that reason, I think that it is dumb. But I had a hard time, like, not laughing my ass off when I first saw this. It's just like...
Oh, and I did post a quote retweet. That was quote retweeted from this post. They do go through a consulting firm literally called Gamers, and they approved it. So
that's right. I did see that.
It was approved. It was approved by the extra woke Canadian consulting company.
Some gamers approved this chat. Gamers approved this gamer voice acting role. Chat. All right. Gamers approved this.
Yepers.
You know, so chat mentioned it.
Me.
They made a post about they thought they should get reparations or something for this. I think they saw an opportunity to try and make money, and they're seizing it.
No, I agree.
Yep.
I 110% agree. I think this is them trying to get money because they're like, oh, I can try and say that this is transphobic, and it's just like, to an ultra right person that hates trans people, I could probably see them saying, yeah, that's transphobic, but I legit think that this VA is either a dumbass or shady. I'm willing to bet shady.
In that it's like, if behavior wasn't painfully Canadian, they should do the smart thing, get rid of their voice and hire someone else, and be like, okay, you're no longer in the game. Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah. Murray's like, weren't they not paid for their work? I would hope that they were paid for their work.
They were paid. They're just being a fucking little bitch about it.
Yeah.
I know, let's look at the quote retweets. They're
So
always
look
fun.
at the quote retweet.
Let's look at the quote retweets.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Chat before
I'm not even seeing them, and I know what they look like.
Here, I'm streaming it right now. So, chat, before we read any of these, just to let you know, we may or may not agree with any of the opinions expressed by the quote retweets here. Because some of them, I bet, are pretty mean.
Oh, they're all probably pretty mean.
They were most definitely
hilarious.
paid, but that's not enough. I know. It's just like when someone
It will
talks.
never be enough.
When someone talks about
No.
reparations, I'm like, so you're saying you were a slave? Question mark. I don't know.
I mean, people in California are already trying to do that, but
No, they got
California
it.
decided Oh no, they got a sincere apology.
Oh, is that all they got? Did California look into their empty pocket and say, yeah, that shit's empty, and say, we're very sorry?
Yes, that's literally what they did.
Man, black people of California, you got robbed there. You should have... I don't know.
It's not like there were any slaves in California anyway.
It's very true. Alright. This first one. Do you want to read this first one to me?
Yes.
Okay.
It's crazy how libs just don't even try to use the brain cells. The unknown isn't human. It steals them to wear his flesh suits. It isn't even that isn't being a T, LMAO. It says more about the T that they get insulted by this than anything else. Perhaps they feel guilty.
Oh my gosh. That's so mean.
Like, that's gonna be what people are saying. It's gonna be just nothing but offensive because they've set themselves up for this.
Yeah.
Yep.
This has to be an industry plant to fuel transphobia because the unknown looks like this.
It looks like Ricky Berwick. Let him voice it.
You know what? Ricky Berwick actually commented on this. Let me bring up his tweet.
I love Ricky Berwick.
Said something about like, when do I get my reparations?
Yeah, and he's like, and I want my royalties. You know what? You know what? Out of everybody in this, I think Ricky does deserve royalties for this. Ricky's pretty damn funny.
I mean, it does look like they stole his likeness.
They did.
Honestly, it is Ricky. That is his usual outfit. That is Ricky Berwick.
Chat, press 1 if you see Ricky in both pictures here.
It's the same picture. What are you talking about?
It's not funny. It's hilarious.
Oh god. Hell yeah, trans representation.
Oh, that's
Homelander,
mean.
no! I don't think this is on the devs though. The DVD community is just ass. The whole point of the characters ad steals appearances, as the community note says, hence the clothing, y'all just strange.
I agree. Yeah, the community note was pretty damn good. We're gonna try and paint the DVD devs as transphobes now because it's not even the base design. No, yeah. People are just like, this is dumb. He censored heck. That's right, they did censor the word heck. What the fuck? Why would...
Wait, who did?
The poster of this. So the poster of this said, what in the ever-living heck, with the word heck sent... What kind of cuck shit? How cucked do you have to be to censor the word heck? Like, I know I'm probably not the best...
This isn't church!
I know I'm probably not the best Christian in the world, but, like... Bro!
What the fudge?
Bro, just say, what the hell? What the fuck? Alright? What kind of pussy are... What... Rawell, what kind of pussy are you?
Well, Flamenco follows them.
What kind of pussy shit is this where you have to censor the word heck? I don't get it.
I mean, it just might be a funny haha.
Maybe. I'll take it back. I'll take it back if that's what it is. This is what happens when dumbasses let monsters, freaks, and horror represent them. I knew some shit like this would happen. Very, very true. Oh, okay, we'll read one more. I already paid for the DLC before I knew this. I guess that means I'm supporter of trans work.
God.
I think the person's joking. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know, chat. I thought that was really hilarious, and I don't believe that the person is actually. I don't think they didn't know. I think that was.
If it's like.
They're lying to get money.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but it's like behavior is Canadian. The last thing that they would want to do is offend a trans person.
Yes. Pretty much. Pretty much. All right, chat. We'll give you one more minute. Anything else that you want us to talk about? Anything at all? If we're knowledgeable enough on it, we can take a look through it. So I'm looking out there, chat. I have the viewer submissions open if you point to something. is based. The DVD community is calm and collected. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I
And
Don't
never,
lie, chat. Don't lie.
I've
it
never really
depends
played
on
it.
what part of the community.
I've never really played it. so I don't
Because
know.
there are like 4 different subsections of that community.
Hmm.
I used to be in
All I
one.
know is I beat the brakes off some people in a video once, and they immediately went to my Steam profile, and they're like, "Wow, bro, nice tryharding."
Mm-hmm.
It's such a baby community.
It is. None of them are real horror fans either.
That's funny.
It's a glorified game of tag. I said this before, I'll say it again. It's a boring game that's just pat the ass of the survivors, and then the survivors bitch and moan at you for killing them when it's part of the game.
Mom believes me. Listen, chat, if you say something, I'm just gonna have to trust you. If you say something wrong, I'm gonna be upset. Bow or whistleblower? Oh man. That's like kind of more politics related, but
I mean, not really. It's not political.
Also,
Chat-
it's boring. Boeing whistleblower Epstein themselves in a parking lot outside Boeing. That's
Chat-
literally it.
yeah, don't get on planes anymore. All right, if the plane is made by Boeing, don't get on it because
Oh yeah.
they've been
As
crashing
soon
left
as
and
I-
right.
I seen Resident 5, but that just reminds me of Resident Evil 5, and people are saying that Resident Evil 5 is too racist to be remade.
I did hear about that. Yes.
But I want to see Chris Redfield punch a rock.
How is that racist? Is the rock supposed to be black or
Oh
something?
no, the zombies are all black.
Resident
people.
Evil 5 takes place in like Africa or something.
What?
So you're just
Yeah.
killing a bunch of black zombies.
Yes.
Are you white while you're doing it?
Yes.
You're Chris
Well, unless you play, what's her name, Shiva Amalur or something.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I want Chris Redfield to be roided up and punch a boulder in 4K.
People were mad because they're like, why are all the zombies black? And it's like, because you're in fucking Africa.
I mean, if you go to South Africa, there'll be plenty of white people. But then people will be mad on why are they in Africa and there's so many white people.
Pretty much, yeah. There was no winning in that one, but they didn't know that it was ever going to be a problem
That's
because
funny.
they're Japanese.
Rip wanted to visit Japan. Just go by boat. Alright.
No, because you didn't see they're trying to remake the Titanic. Now, like, going by boat's probably a shit idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, you're right. As long as they don't run it with a game controller, I think it'll be
They
good.
added white people in an update years ago. Why?
Mm-hmm.
It's so bizarre.
Oh, so that canine
White
Kuro
guilt.
treat was real. Oh my god.
White guilt.
Oh my fucking god, the tweet was real.
Oh my
no. No. Did you see the canine Kuro tweet about he was joking about Ramadan?
Yes. Okay. Is it Kuro? Yeah, it's Kuro. So Kuro, the Vshoujo member that I think used to be part of Ninja Sanji, asked what Ramadan is, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was surprised. I guess I should not be surprised if people don't know what that is. But
No,
so
he made it as a joke.
oh, did he? So
was
does
like,
he know
is-
what it is?
No, he said, "What the fuck is a Ramadan month? And is that like a convention or?" And that's it. And then, literally, 5 minutes ago, he made an apology after deleting it.
What did he say?
What a baby.
I didn't tweet on the topic yet because I had to ask around to make sure I am not accidentally saying anything wrong. As you all know, I have a record for not thinking about how things come across from other perspectives, even if my intent wasn't like that. But I'd like to apologize for the insensitive comment I made the other day about Ramadan. Comparing it to something like a convention was disrespectful and rude, and I was ignorant about making that statement in the first place. I've been properly educated both online and offline about the
Don't
topic
say
now that I
properly
realized
educated.
how
Fuck
ignorant I was being. It's a holy month and I was very ignorant about it, no excuses.
Listen, he's in Vshoujo. He's already cucked.
And let's see. And I'm sorry it took this long for me to tweet out an apology. I have a tendency to speak before I think, and I have known this for a while, and I'm trying to actively change that. I will learn and improve and learn in the future. I know apologies don't mean much and action is what shows progression, so I hope this year my future actions can be more thoughtful and show I am capable of not just being / presenting myself as a dumb person and capable of not knowing pretty much incapable of knowing pretty much nothing. Of course, a lot of people have been hurt by the situation, and I again want to genuinely apologize one more time. If you cannot forgive me, that is okay. I just hope for those who can, they will never experience this ever again for me. Okay, so people can joke about Christmas and other Christian holidays. Yeah, but every other holiday is a no-go.
Yes. You hit the nail on the head. Congratulations.
Yay!
He's been like that before. He was see again. He's cucked himself because like he's in that he's like, and that's what see. This is the problem. When you are deciding to be part of an agency, if you're someone like Pippa, and I don't know how much like Pippa he is, don't cuck yourself by going into an agency where you have to apologize like Dream does on a fucking weekly basis. These people are so stupid. Do I think he probably knew what Ramadan was? Yeah, I would hope so. Someone says that he's British and British people should know. Well, that's good.
I mean, he lives in Indonesia now.
That's a pretty dangerous thing for him to tweet in Indonesia. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, why would anyone willingly go to Indonesia? I have no idea.
I don't know. I just think either he knew and he was being stupid. If he's being stupid, dude, don't fucking delete it. Just say, yeah, I said this. Oh, well. Deleting it makes it worse. That's why I have a policy of not deleting anything without a court order, for the most part. But...
Without a court order.
Yeah, I need a court order to take down my tweets, bro. But, like... I don't know. He's such a cuck now. And it's just like, bro... Stop acting like this. Just say, oops, made a mistake. Sorry about that. It was a joke. But I don't know. I just think that if people want to make fun of one, because like here's the thing, I am an equal opportunity poker at all kinds of things. The only reason why
he's
I don't
probably there because he's hooking up with Nina. Oh, I see.
Is Nina the cockroach?
I don't know.
Who's Nina?
Hey Murray, who's Nina? I don't watch Corpos.
I don't watch them specifically. I don't
care.
care.
Watch V-Shit Show.
I don't even care. People are saying, but Mom the Roach, and I don't care if the Roach is hot. Matra, yeah. So I don't care. Like, bro, they both joined.
She's not hot though. She's literally just a Pokemon.
Like, literally, they both joined a shitty company that also is pretty bad with their talents, it looks like. So I've got no sympathy for them. They knew what they were getting into. They could have struck it out on their own and been like, look at Doki Bird. If Doki Bird can do it by herself, these people are stupid for just going to another corpo that's going to abuse them at the end of the day. So
you think Kuro should go indie? He will, as far as I've seen from his whole debt problems, he would run himself into debt again. He would be tracked down by the men in the funny black suits, and then we'd never hear from him again.
I don't know. I just think, if you want to make fun of any religious culture, bro, don't do it and then just be like that, because you just look like a pussy. All right, own it. If you're gonna do this, just own it, bro. You know, people make fun of Christianity all the time. It's just like, just own it, bro. If people can own that, why don't you own this? What an idiot.
Anyways, chat, that was a good podcast.
It was.
Yeah, we got to end it by talking shit about V-Shit Show.
It's great in my opinion. Send that to Anne. She'll be proud. Here, I'm gonna end the poll, chat. So chat, with 44 votes, is TikTok being banned, good or bad? 52% of you said good. 47% of you said bad. It's quite the split down the middle.
For most of the stream, bad was winning.
It was. Now good was winning.
Fruit is the reason why you don't watch V-Shoujo. Fruit is the reason why the majority of people don't watch them.
Yeah, until that her autistic ass gets kicked out of there, I think people will just stay away. They already lost 2 of the best people in their group, so what are you just gonna watch Iron Mouse now? That's the only, like, listen, what's Melody doing? Making another sex video game nobody's gonna play after a month or 2?
I forgot Melody existed.
I forgot Melody existed too, and that's because she doesn't do nothing. She doesn't even do her fucking like masturbating streams anymore. You know, like legitimately, unironically, chat. Who do you watch? If you actually like VShojo, who the fuck do you watch? You watch Zen? Some people like Zen. I think Zen's not a horrible person, but you know, okay. Iron Mouse is literally the only reason why I feel like they are still as popular as they are. And then Henya is Henya. You know, Henya's cool, and I know a lot of people will like Henya, but I don't think people really look at her as a VShojo person. They just look at Henya as Henya.
And also, like, you gotta like both of Zen's personalities, since yeah. There's two of them.
Melody isn't doing much anymore. The last I saw anything of Melody, I don't know how much she actually streams. She was making a sex video game, and that's it. I don't know if she's still a big streamer or anything, but I don't see her very popular anymore. And I don't know, maybe she just does other things. Good for her. But when it comes to VShojo, they're really not that big of a company. Excuse me. I'd be willing to say that Niji Sanji is still way bigger than them, and will always be, even with all of the shit that they have. Zen is a schizo. Well, Zen is just crazy. But I think that's why people like them. Anyway, we've gone on way long enough. I have an outro song for you, chat. It's a funny little outro song. It's a little bit short, but I think you guys will like it. You guys have anything else you want to add before we leave?
No.
No?
I got nothing.
I'm good.
You're good? Alright. What are we doing tomorrow?
Helldivers.
Helldivers?
I'm game for anything.
Okay.
Oh, chat. From now on, Tuesdays, I'm dragging Oka and Lumi on for old MMOs.
There we go. I'll be excited.
We're gonna...
The first one we're gonna do Wizard 101, everybody's favorite.
I
got access to my old account from 2009. I got like 5 characters on there that I got to the max level that you can get, that you were able to get on the free side of things. Then I just kept making characters and hitting the max free level. But I have adult money now, so now I can pay for it.
Will you?
Yes, I want to continue.
There you go.
I've been waiting since 2009.
Yay, MMOs. Yeah, so I think we'll do Wizard 101 and then we'll go from there, chat. But anyway, chat, I got a fun little outro song for you. If that's everything, chat, I hope that you guys all have a fantastic week, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fly by as I put the PC. Wait, snooze the two says at the end of the gen I had no games to play, so unfair. I didn't look out below, throw my console right out the window. Try to hold on, but I didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch movies. I spend all my time inside, never launch, haven't died. All I see are ports, just like the PS3. True out of me of a memory of a time I cried so hard. The games had lost, leaving me